Ethan, happy birthday, Ethan. Love your dad, Jim, and best friends Josh, Flam, and Gator. Good luck on the upcoming corn harvest and enjoy that cake.
Okay, I don't dislike Ralph, but I'm at a place, and I'm not being ironic, where I think it may be time to sacrifice Ralph to the corn. We have to sacrifice Ralph, Ethan Ralph, to the gods, so that the corn will be a bountiful harvest this year.
Josh, he's the owner of Kiwi Farms. He said, I need to be sacrificed so that we may have a good harvest. You will be harvested long before me, sir.
So if you want to join me for a while, just
And there we are. We're live.
All right, guys, we're live here on this special edition of This Week in Nectar. We're having a look at the epic paywall stream, this incredible fucking stream that Ethan Ralph has put together for his pay piggies. Basically, what he's doing is he's trying to, have it both ways, where he says, oh, I've addressed me dating this jailbait. I've told the story of it all, but he's hiding it from anybody who isn't already like a devoted gunt sucker. But thankfully, one of the pay piggies has sent us the clip, and we're going to be able to play the full audio for you guys here. We're joined by Kraut, we're joined by Godwinson, and we're joined by Josh. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Pretty good.
All right. First things first, we do need to provide a little bit of context for people who aren't aware of what the f- exactly is going on. So Ethan Ralph, in an attempt to own the evil haters at Karen Farms, he's posted a picture of his chicken salad sandwich. Kraut, can you pull up the tweet of his chicken salad sandwich so that people who haven't seen it yet can see it?
Here you go. There's the picture. It's on screen.
So if you look at this sandwich, okay? He's presenting this as though it's some sort of great like accomplishment. Like, I've got my girlfriend in the kitchen, she's my submissive bitch, making me this sandwich. I'm a king, I'm owning the A-logs. But when you look at it, all you can see is his socioeconomic class being utter white trash. I mean, Walmart paper plates that are $1.50 for 100 of them, with plain no-name bread with chips on the side. I mean, it's just dreadful. It's just dreadful.
And look, she burned
I don't know,
the bread
Josh.
for him.
What?
She burned the bun for him a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't afford like a plate. Like an IKEA ceramic plate is like $1. It's just that he doesn't want to clean it. That's why people do that.
Well, this is the whole thing, is that he's not like a fully developed, responsible adult where he wants to do dishes. Like, if you go into the Ralph Manor, the trailer, there would be unwashed dishes stacked sky high in the sink, clothes all over the floor, garbage everywhere, empty liquor bottles that haven't been returned, and the man's 34 years old.
Well, it just shows that neither of them are really functional.
Are you sure this is a paper plate?
I think so.
Oh. Isn't that something?
Yeah,
that
you
people
see those.
usually
You see
keep
those
if
in
they-
Walmart. They're like a huge stack. You get them for like $1, and they got that pattern of like a bowling alley in the 1990s.
Isn't a paper plate something that people usually get if they're like too lazy or can't be asked to clean the dishes? So they just buy paper plates, or they eat from newspapers.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
You either do it for like a big event where you don't want to have to, like, you don't have enough plates, like a children's birthday party, or you just do it when you're like like a bachelor, and you just don't give or if you don't have a girlfriend, right? Or you don't have a girlfriend who does nothing all day and can't clean for you, which Ralph is trying to hold this woman up to be like his I'm better than you all. You can't criticize me. I've got this chick. I'm knee deep in pussy. She's taking care of me. But his taking care of is like a chicken sandwich on a paper plate.
Well, I had a better meal today, and all I did was just buy a watermelon. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
But the underappreciated part of that, by the way, is the LA recipe. She's from like North California or whatever. And for some reason, this squalid sandwich is some sort of exquisite recipe that only she has access to and that only Ralph gets to enjoy now.
Yes. Oh, I mean, here's the thing, Josh, give us a little bit of insight. So people start to make fun of Ethan, because of this sandwich. So what does he do, Josh? What is his reaction? Is his reaction to just ignore it and move on? Or is it to double down on the glory of the chicken salad sandwich?
He proudly boasts that the forum is making fun of him for this sandwich. It's completely unbeknownst to him why people would make fun of him for this post. Like, okay, if you want to have a chicken salad sandwich, more power to you. It's just not something you post online as like a tout of how well your life is proceeding. So after bringing that up, the next day, I did expect him to post another like dish. I thought, okay, people are making fun of him. So of course, him recoiling to this, he will lash out. He'll post another meal. It will probably be something he bought off Uber Eats and put onto a regular plate to pass it off as his own meal and said, this is how good she is at cooking. That's just a sandwich. You're being silly. Instead of doing that, he actually posted a picture of what either appears to be the most drab, pathetic, plain, dry, boring hamburger to ever exist, or he dug it out of the trash at a McDonald's and he put it on another paper plate next to
I believe we have a picture of that burger if you want me to bring it
up. I believe we can put this on screen. I believe he called it the Ralpha Burger Deluxe.
The Ralpha, like Ralpha Male Ralpha Burger.
The Ralpha Male Ralpha Burger Deluxe. So this is his attempt at redemption. But like, once you see this on screen, I mean, holy, it's not really a redemption. Like,
he just got that from Burger King, didn't he? Like,
no, I'll explain what this is.
Okay.
What that is a no-name pack of hamburger buns from Walmart. There are certain things in life you just don't buy no-name. You don't buy no-name soda. You don't buy no-name hamburger and hot dog buns. You just don't do it. It's just about the most worthless thing you could possibly ever do. You value yourself as a human more. And he's got like a burger that he's bought from Walmart with pre-made potatoes that he got out of the freezer aisle. He didn't cut these potato chips or these French fries by hand. Do you know what I mean? It's just sad. It's like the ultimate white trash meal. Once again, on a plate.
If you're going to take a picture of food that you cooked for yourself or something like that, why take a picture after you've taken a bite out of it? It just makes it look so much gross. I'm looking at this burger, and all I can think of the gunt's lips wrapping around this. The only thing I can think of is just the gunt devouring something.
Well, that is it fresh. He pulled it out the trash like last time.
Yeah, he may have very well just pulled the out of the trash. I think what he's done here, people were criticizing him because the last meal didn't have a cross section. So this time, like, instead of cutting it with a knife to do a cross section like a civilized human, he's decided to, just like a savage Philistine, take a bite out of it and then take a photo of it. Like, what?
I don't think he could do a cross section because you see the knife he had for cutting the sandwich in the last one, and it's just like a steak knife. So he probably has like plastic cutlery and like one steak knife, and he doesn't have a chef's knife or anything that he can actually do a cross section with. Someone pointed out that the fries, like, most people just buy frozen fries because it's not worth it to like cut and peel and boil and fry potatoes just for French fries. But it does like nothing on that plate is something that took any effort. You just buy that shit as it is and assemble it. And most people can do that, right? But for some reason, he feels the need to brag about it. And he brags that people talk about it and make fun of him again. Like, of course people are, because this is retarded. How do you put this up there and act like we should do anything but laugh at it?
I know. Well, have you heard the latest cope on his Twitter, Josh? Have you heard the latest cope?
I saw him saying that I wanted to do Christchurch or something. He very strongly implied that I was like a Brenton Tarrant fan or something.
Yeah.
In reply to me making fun of a hamburger that he made.
He takes it to the next level, right? Because honestly, like, it's not a big deal to make fun of somebody's like cooking when it looks like that, or hamburger or whatever. It is what it is. It's not a life or death thing. It's not like you're saying he's children and, you know, a serial killer or anything like this. You're making fun of the hamburger he made, and he goes, well, you're a desperate incel who wants to kill people, and you're a terrorist, and this and that.
You have to,
you know, the overreactions.
PPP. This is pretty much the last thing that he has left to brag about. The only thing that Ethan Ralph, the owner, proprietor, and editor at the Ralph Retort, owns, the only thing he can do of any sort of significance that he can show to other people that he is able to do is ordering a burger.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say, so guys, now the new cope is, well, I didn't make the hamburger. She didn't make the hamburger. Faith didn't make the hamburger. I made the hamburger, and I fooled you all into thinking she made it. And so the joke's on you. It's an epic troll. This is what he's saying on Twitter now. You know? Yeah, he goes, the hamburger I made caused Karens to post, I shit you not, probably 30 comments about the texture and quality. He goes, it was delicious. They thought Faith made it, so they went all out critiquing it. But he goes, I don't think they realize that 85% of the country eats like this, and they look like out-of-touch morons spurging out about a cheeseburger and fries on a paper plate.
I don't think
any of us.
It's true. No, not in the U.S. Maybe like the bottom 30% of maybe from West Memphis, Arkansas, people eat like that. 85% of people eat like that. Most people go to IKEA, get a plate, they have a dishwasher, or they can wash their dishes by themselves. And if they eat like that, which I'm sure a lot of people do, they don't post it on Twitter as like proof that they have some sort of supernatural ability to take care of themselves. It's very strange.
Yeah. I don't know, but he's the common working man's hero because he eats off paper plates, and we're all just elitist scumbags because we've decided to buy a set of 6 plates for $20. You know, how dare we? I mean, it's not really like a huge like social class distinction, is it really, to own plates? Like, I'm not a rich man, I own plates. You know, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's just sad. He's just going apeshit on Twitter too, talking about Alistair Mycroft. You know, some poster on Kiwi Farms has him so up. You know, he's got about 4 tweets. Like, holy shit.
I think that was Godwinson leaving.
I don't know.
Joining and leaving again.
Yeah, no, he joined and left like 8 times.
I don't know what the he's up to. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll get into this audio because we're only going to go for an hour. So let's get into this audio, Kraut. Let's pull it up, and we'll dissect it. Godwinson, I think, having some issue with this connection.
Do you want
so we'll see what happens.
Hello. And he's back.
I'm just driving, so.
Oh, no problem. Do you want me to keep the pictures up on the...
Well, no worries. Let's get into the audio then.
You want me to keep the pictures
clip
up
that
on
we're
the stream,
about to play,
or
this
do
is
you
what
want
you
me to
get
just play
for
the audio?
Giving money to Ralph.
PPP, do you want...
Yes, you actually have to pay money for this shit.
Where's the audio? Here we go. Do you want me to keep the pictures up on the stream, or do you want me to just play the audio?
Keep everything up on the screen. It's a good look. I like it. It's a cool aesthetic.
And just tell me whenever you want me to pause it.
Okay.
What's up? This is the bonus episode. There's no plan to it, but I wanted to get something up today. Well, I mean, I have a certain plan, so we'll get to it. By the way, there's going to be a full commentary this weekend on the film Dredd, which I've never seen. I've seen parts of it, never seen the full movie. I think it's 2014, the new Judge Dredd, simply titled Dredd. Me and Randbot, and I think Faith, and maybe somebody else, we'll see, but definitely me and Randbot for sure. We'll be doing a commentary on that this weekend. It will be released here on patreon.com, also subscribestar.com/The Ralph Retort. If you'd rather do that. D-Live subscribers as well. I paid for the Vimeo. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm not going to... I think the content is TOS compliant, but we'll see. I've thought that before, and shit's changed. Also, I'm wearing my hat today because my hair's up and I haven't gotten ready for the evening show yet, so you get the hat. I do have my Killstream shirt on, though, which you can get at shop.theralphretort.
Yep.
So I just want to point out, like, this is what people have to pay money for. Like, if you're paying money to Ethan Ralph, you're getting commentaries on the movie Dredd. Like, who the is asking for this? And I mean, this is supposed to be like a special paid paywall stream where he's addressing all the gossip and all the haters, and he's starting it off
why
like,
he's doing movie reviews. PPP. Want to take a guess?
why? Give me what's your hot take, Josh?
Dick Masterson also has started doing movie reviews.
Of course. And Daddy Dick knows the way. All hail Daddy Dick. Yeah.
Everything that Ralph has done in like the last month is like a direct parallel from Dick. The camera, doing movie reviews, he's taking a lot of inspiration from Dick. He wants to get his Patreon up, I think.
Yeah, it's sad. Like, they're all trying to leech off Dick because he has this big Patreon base for $20,000 a month. But ultimately, I mean, they're not going to get any of that money. So it is what it is. All right, go ahead and play it again, Kraut.
I think I put up a 25% off for supporters on Patreon. I don't know if that's on Subscribestar or not, but I'll go back and make sure. Basically, I don't make much, like $1 off of it with that, but that's fine. It's for patrons to get a little extra there because they take the 25% off like directly.
Can you hear him smacking?
So
his
here's
lips?
the situation, right? I think he's bringing up that he's giving the 25% off because he's ashamed that he's charging for this show, and he's like trying to preemptively tell people like, you're getting a good value. Don't feel ripped off because this podcast audio I'm giving you that you have to pay for is shit. You know, that's what I think he's doing here. He's trying to like preemptively justify why his paid content sucks so much ass. What do you boys think?
I'm just grossed out that you can hear him smacking his lips. Like, have you noticed every second or first sentence he goes, listen to my show. It's really disgusting. It's really gross. Like, I can't even concentrate on what he's actually saying with all the smacking his lips together. It's like he's sucking a cock.
Remember, he spent $3,000 on this audio and visual setup so that we can hear every last smacking of his lips and every last snort and, you know, disgusting utterance from his mouth. You know, it's incredible shit.
Indeed.
All right, we can probably play it there.
Professionalism. Okay, I'll keep playing.
The creator's cut. That's fine though. That's fine though. It's for you guys. Also, Faith is here with me. The reason I brought her on is because I really didn't. There's a couple reasons. For one, I didn't really have a good idea for a bonus show today, and I kept promising people I was gonna do a bonus show, and so I didn't really have anything except Faith here. And people are kind of well, I'll say most people have been very supportive actually on the timeline. Most people have been cool as fuck. But the haters are gonna hate.
You blocked everyone
when
else.
I'm involved, they're really gonna hate. And some people, I mean, she's young. There's no doubt about that. I could see making jokes and stuff. But some people, we joke about it all the time ourselves. But some people are really, really obsessing over this, ladies and gentlemen. And to the point where I put up a picture last night, and Faith's gonna come into the frame in a minute, and we'll hear from her talk. But to the point where I put up a picture. Actually, she took the picture. It was his and her chicken salad sandwiches that she made last night. They were delicious, by the way. Yeah, 80s Girl had made that.
his and her chicken salad sandwiches. Like, come on. Come the on. You know, it's his and her, like, and you'll hear him say, like, how wholesome this situation is. It just kind of makes me grossed out a bit when you consider it's like, you know, some girl fresh out of high school was in high school last month, and now she's dating a 34-year-old man, and it's his and her chicken salad sandwich on the white trash paper plates in the trailer. I don't know.
There
You can play it again if you want.
Subtle statements that he made there that I picked up on. The first one was that everyone's being very positive on this timeline. Well, of course, you block everyone who says anything that even slightly could potentially be interpreted as negative. The other one is that he said that he didn't have any content. That's why he's doing the chicken salad sandwich rebuttal video, which is telling. I think the whole thing with him trying to pick a fight with me is just like he has nothing to go on. He's inviting all these retard losers like Milo Yiannopoulos and Jacob Wool and Laura Loomer. Their names turned sour in my mouth because they're just so pathetic. And that's the lineup. Cog's brother. So here we have some chicken salad sandwich drama to sell to people as content.
Just sad, isn't it? It's just so desperate, you know. And the thing of it is us doing this show. Godwinson was right when he was saying, you know, we're actually helping the guy, you know, because we're making him more relevant. But honestly, like, he just has to be shit on because he's just a cancer, you know. He's just a constant cancer. And he just tries to go after people and ruin their lives. He can't take a joke. You know, he's supposedly a master troll, Josh, but his skin is so thin. So
it doesn't
thin.
even matter to me if he profits off of it. This is like it's just funny to see someone as old as he is to
I'll
throw
keep
a
playing the
tantrum
clip
over
now,
a sandwich.
if you don't mind.
But some people are really, really obsessing over this, ladies and gentlemen, and to the point where I put up a picture last night, and Faye's going to come into the frame in a minute, and we'll hear from her talk. But to the point where I put up a picture. Actually, she took the picture. It was his and her chicken salad sandwiches that she made last night. They were delicious, by the way. But yeah, 80s Girl had made that for me while I was in Los Angeles. So she made it here last night. And I put up a picture. I knew how hard they were going to spurg out about this chicken salad. But honestly, it was to another level. I didn't know it would be like this. They literally spent on, what are we calling it? Incel Farms, Karen Farms. They don't like that one. Karen's Farms. They also spent like 3 pages the other day breaking down why that wasn't a good insult. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I stole it from Dick anyway, but yeah, I didn't know that they were the height of comedy over there at Kiwi Farm. But anyway, they had a problem with that. I don't know what will.
Sorry, I was counting. 5
Josh,
times.
give me your take.
He smacked his lips 5 times. I counted it.
Oh, on what, on the Karen Farms? It just doesn't make any sense.
I know. Like,
I mean,
and he's like
there's
pretending
no way
like
to-
you guys.
The forum like doesn't deplatform people. Like, I'm sure like there's been some lynch mom. I know for a fact there's been some lynch moms, but nobody on the forum has reported him to DLive or gotten him blacklisted. Those are all those other people who he has like roped into this hate mob around him, who I was directly referring to when I made the joke, because like it's undeniably true that he has a massive black cloud over him constantly, and if you're near him, you get caught up in it.
Yeah, and I mean, even people who used to support him, like T-Clips, is now clipping my stuff and
T-Clips never
bringing out
even
dirt on.
had an issue with him. He had an issue with her, which is also funny. I mean, that's the trend, is he has all these people around him, and he turns on them on a dime. And it's going to happen to Gator one day, I think, and it will surprise us, because you'll be like, really, after all that, that's the last straw that gets you to turn on Gator, and it'll be like in a year's time or so, and it'll be funny when it happens too.
Oh, it will be. It will be. But yeah, this whole like incel farms, Karen Farms thing. I mean, Dick thinks it's some sort of linguistic kill shot, but it makes zero sense. Like, how many middle-aged white women go on Kiwi Farms, Josh?
A lot, but they go in the fat people section.
Ah, okay.
He's not
the internet that Yeah.
No, we'll
Internet
move
back.
him to the fat people section eventually when he cancels his
Oh,
show.
he'll be the death fat guys. I'm gonna lose the weight this time. I promise, guys. Oh, fuck. All right. I think he can play the audio.
Well,
Josh
Moose
is
Comfy
Josh is
Farms,
going
whatever.
hard this time.
But
Generous
I
Josh.
thought that was
Generous.
the height of idiocy the other
kitchen
day.
sniper.
But it wasn't. They literally spent 3 pages talking about this chicken salad, which almost 4, like analyzing the paper plates, which I fully admit, if I'm just having a sandwich, I thought this was common. I don't know if it's not.
No, like I do that all the time. Like,
Yeah, if I'm just having a sandwich with chips, I mean, I'm just gonna use a paper plate if they're available.
God damn it! I'm just gonna. Do you hear it? Like every time he smacks his lips, it's just once you've heard it, you can't get over it.
But I thought that was the height of idiocy the other day, but it wasn't. They literally spent 3 pages talking about this chicken salad, which almost 4, like analyzing the paper plates, which I fully admit, if I'm just having a sandwich, I thought this was common. I don't know if it's not.
No, like I do that all the time. Like,
Yeah, if I'm just having a sandwich with chips, I mean, I'm just gonna use a paper plate if they're available. I mean, I could use a plate and just rinse it off real.
You know what, PPP? I'm going to take this audio and listen to it tonight, or maybe tomorrow night. I'm going to edit together. Like, I'm going to leave the beginning in where it says, "Hey, welcome to Ralph Retort." I'm just going to edit everything else out except the slurping, and then I'm just going to send you this clip.
Yeah.
Of him slurping, and you can upload it if you want.
Last time. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
It's bad. Yeah. No, do that. Do that.
Okay. I'll keep
Yeah.
playing the clip.
Oh,
But, like,
and
this-
I didn't point this out, by the way, but real quick. He mentioned that the recipe she got from the LA recipe was something that she got from 80s Girl, apparently. So even the sandwich is taken from Dick. He's just like a mini Dick. Ralph is just a mini Dick.
Well, he's quite a larger version of Dick, though. I mean, you know, Dick's not quite got that gun crease that Ralph has, you know. But that was a pretty cheap joke. But, you know, that's the sort of jokes that Ralph loves, really. So. All right. Hit the music, Kraut.
I mean, that's no big deal, but why not just, I don't know, I use a paper plate. I'm not Dr. Green Thumb over here. I'll use a paper plate. So, I don't use a styrofoam plate. I'm not that up, but it's better to use a paper plate.
styrofoam plate?
Oh, yeah, they still sell those. I mean, they probably don't in California where you came from, but they still sell them. Yeah, I could. I'm trying to think. I've had styrofoam plates, but not.
Did you hear it this time? Did you hear it?
Pause this. Like,
Did you hear it this time? Just deep. Just wait.
Oh.
Let's try and get the exact moment.
oh fuck. Okay.
I don't use a
Here's the
styrofoam
thing,
plate.
like,
I'm not that up, but
we're talking about
it's
like
better to use a paper.
how
plate.
these.
Styrofoam plate?
Wait.
Oh yeah, they still sell those.
And
I mean, they probably don't in California where you came from, but they still sell them. Yeah.
Oh, I picked it
I
up
could,
that time.
I'm trying to think.
God, it's like. Wait. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna start my audio editing program. Let me know if I lose my voice. Hey, I'm
Wait,
sorry
did it
for
reset
this. This
the
was my fuck
input
up.
device on every single thing?
Yeah. No, I not on every single one. We just need to do it in one.
Ralph won, boys.
Ralph
Won.
didn't win
A-Log's
yet.
blown the fuck out.
I'll
What's
just
up?
go
This is the
back
bonus
for
Like people
a
episode.
leak
minute.
your Discord
Okay.
DMs, Kraut.
Yeah, we're ready. I'm sorry to the audience that I fucked this up. Sorry for the dead air. I made a mistake when I opened my editing program. I thought I could enhance his lip smacking. I'll do that when the stream is over, and I'll send the clip to PPP. I just got back to the moment where we were. As soon as PPP says me to, I'll play the clip again. I'm sorry for this.
Play the clip, Kraut.
Something like that. I mean, I won't be around anyway, but anyway, get into the frame. Are you gonna say something?
I will get into the frame.
Still not.
I also don't know if there's any room for me to get into the
Oh,
frame.
that's
Still not
true.
working.
Hold on,
Change your
let's see.
input for Discord as well.
Yeah, you can scoot some.
Because your mic,
That's true, it
your
is a
microphone
tight- we're
quality
in the
dropped when
corner
you
over here,
opened
so-
that thing.
Oh my god.
See, there's like no room.
Okay, there we go.
See if you
Perfect.
can
Roll.
get in.
Go fast.
Are you in?
Like not.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I can do
You might
this.
have to adjust the camera.
Let me see if I can adjust it with my foot.
I can get up and adjust it.
No, I can do it with my foot.
Let me
Maybe.
just do it with my foot.
Oh,
Let
wow.
me squeeze
Like,
the
bring
gut.
it-
Here, I'll get
Hold
up
on,
and
bring
do
it back
Okay,
like
she's
20 seconds. Like, there's no room for her to squeeze in.
Yeah, you can hear the
So, like, I
chair
want to
moving.
paint the picture for you guys. Like, we're in this corner in Ralph's office, and he's so fat that she can't fit in the space with him because she's also a husky woman, so to speak. And so she's trying to like snuggle into his gut crease here, and he's like lifting it with his foot for her to be able to fit, is my understanding. Is anybody else interpreting the audio
No,
this
you
way?
can
Like,
hear
what
the-
is
you can
happening?
hear-
here?
You can hear the chair squealing in
and bring-
pain. I'll play it again, yeah.
Get into the frame.
Bring it back,
but
like,
I also don't know if there's any room for me to get into the
Oh, that's true.
frame.
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you can scoot some. That's true. It is a tight. We're in the corner over here still. Oh my god.
See, there's like no room.
Let's see if you can get in. Are you in?
Like, not.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, I can do
You might
this.
have to adjust the camera.
Let me see if I can adjust it with my foot.
I can get up and adjust it.
Well, I can do it with my foot. Maybe. Oh wow.
Here, I'll get up and do it.
Okay, she's gonna do it. I tried to do it with my foot. That's probably wasn't advised, but whatever.
Like,
I
pause
think that'll
this. He's like, "Are you in?" Like, what does he mean? Like, "Are you in?" Like, can't he tell with his like eyes? Like,
Can't
there's
look
no
down
visual.
and see where she is in relation to him, in past his gut.
What-
You know, he really could have cut all this out. He could have like improved his audio quality. He could have given her own mic so she wouldn't sound so echoey. But because this is a paid for thing, he doesn't give a. He just whatever works. I'll just leave in this 30-second long clip of me and her trying to squeeze past each other in this.
The chat is
kitchen.
asking for the video. We don't have the video itself. We only have the audio, so we can only imagine the mass of flesh that is conjoiling itself all around this.
It just sounds like them trying to have like, "Are you in? Can you fit?" You know,
Yeah.
like what the
It feels
what
very,
the
there's high tension going on there in the kitchen as they try to prepare a meal on a paper plate.
Ugh, I'll keep
and,
playing
and
this.
remember, chat, you have to pay for this. Okay, you guys are getting it for free because we got a Chad Pay Pig to send it over. But anyway, play it because we got to get through this.
Oh,
We
no,
got to
you can
get
see
through
the
this.
vape now. You out of me.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
There you are. We're wearing hats.
It's covering my eye.
So are you here? Did I kidnap you?
Do I have to admit
Oh,
that?
shut up.
No, I wasn't kidnapped. I came here by my own free will.
Yes.
Pause.
What was in the chicken?
Can you imagine having to he's having to justify like he didn't kidnap her, like she's there of her own free will. This just sounds so creepy, this dynamic. Do you know what I mean?
I don't understand the entire concept behind,
Oh.
you are an e-personality. You make videos on YouTube. Why the show off your girlfriend? Why? What's the point of that? Why do that in the first place?
That's all ego. The smart thing to do would be to never mention it ever.
Exactly.
But Ralph, no, he can't give that up. That's like the most Chad thing. He has to lord it over everyone
I
else
groomed
because
the
everyone
kid
else
from
is
high
perceived to
school.
be inferior to Ralph.
Look at me. It's and you can hear how young she is in her voice, can't you? Just this innocent little thing
Yeah,
who
she
has
sounds
no clue what
like a
she's getting
teenager.
into. Okay, I'll keep playing the clip.
Chicken salad last night.
All right,
Cyanide.
play it.
Slow death here on the kill stream.
I have to actually pull it up on my phone to find the.
All right, we'll get the recipe. Now, I thought about tweeting this out, but then I was like, nah, why do that? It's a bonus episode. Why don't I just give this bullshit to the to the supporters? The inside scoop here on the chicken salad. We'll give it to you. We'll give you guys the recipe. There was some incorrect rumors going on about what was in the chicken salad last night. Can you tell us?
Okay, so it's.
Let's get that in the microphone.
I have to. Okay.
Yes.
So it's a really simple recipe. It's 2 skinless, boneless chicken breasts, and you have to dice them and half them. 1/2 stalk of celery diced, 2 green onions chopped, 1/2 of a golden delicious apple peeled and diced, 2 tablespoons and then 2 teaspoons of raisins, 2 tablespoons and then 2 teaspoons of green Taft, 1/4 cup of chopped pecans, and 1/8 of a teaspoon, which is just a pinch of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of curry powder, but I used a lot more, and then 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of mayo.
Exactly, and it was delicious.
Okay,
Honestly,
pause.
The most
Okay.
primary ingredient.
I keep hearing is the constant. I need to edit all of these together. I'm pretty sure I can get 10 minutes out of lip smacking out of this. Pretty sure. Okay. Can you guys all hear
Let's
me?
do it later.
Do you want me to play the clip?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, let's go.
it's a perfectly
I just
normal
wanna make-
meal.
okay, the audio.
I don't know. Some of these people are just looking.
It was insanity too, though, because they're like trying to analyze every little bit of it for no
Yeah,
fucking reason.
I mean, I don't know if that's the worst that they have on me at this point. The chicken salad sandwich, it's getting desperate. It's getting desperate over there on Karen Farms, I have to say. Noel himself chimed in about the chicken salad. Like, I don't know. It is pretty bizarre. I noticed that we've been on my thread. It's been featured on the front page over there for a few days. Because of I thought it was funny actually what Gator wrote about Noel. First, Noel's an idiot, by the way.
Yeah.
He really is dumb, because he keeps saying that this article was published on the RalphRetort.com. It wasn't. It was published on Killstream.live. He said this like 5 or 6 times now. He really is stupid. I don't know how to put it.
Pause.
What the does that mean? What is the technical legal distinction between Killstream.live and the Ralph Retort? Am I supposed to believe that he doesn't maintain that?
You know, like what the like it's some like completely different website. No, it's a website he runs. It's, you know, he's like, well, define what is white. Like it's some sort of Sargon tier for like muddying the waters.
This is
you know?
Yeah,
content as
because he's
well.
obsessed
This
with
is-
trying to discredit the forum. Oh, it doesn't have great
Well,
credibility.
it's also
They're
peak
wrong
content.
about this. They're wrong
You
about
know-
that. They
you
said
know,
it was on the Killstream site,
the
but
biggest
actually it's on
streamers- the biggest
Killstream.live, not the
streamers on Twitch.
RalphRetort.com. It's like
You know what the
I don't
biggest
think
streamers on
that
Twitch
works
do
on
now?
anyone. Like,
The biggest streamers on Twitch and the biggest creators on YouTube, what they spend their time doing is doing streams where they complain about their friends on kiwi farms. This is the mark of a content genius right there. Just spending his time whining. This is a patron exclusive stream, right? So he spends his time with his patrons. Like, I spend my time with my patrons telling them what I'm working on. And he spends his time with his patrons telling them, kiwi farms, bleh, smack my lips. It's just...
it's always a terrible idea for these people to talk about this shit like this, because all you're doing is you're telling your most precious segment of viewers, the people who financially support your endeavors, that there is this drama going on that is of interest to them, that he's so obsessed about that he centered his entire video, his premium video about it, that's on this site, that's featured on the front page right now. And if you go there and look at it, you too can participate and read and follow along with this conversation. And I think that he's tried to avoid doing that for years, but he's trying to make me into like a Mundane Matt that he can pull up and just, you know, talk about whenever he wants to.
One of his little mascots.
And the problem with that is if he does that, you know, he's drawing attention to shit he doesn't want people to know.
Well, it's all he has.
Yeah, it's just terrible. I mean,
it's all he has left. He doesn't have
Hello?
anything except for these supposedly past glories. We can hear you, PPP.
okay. I was just gonna say really quick there. I mean, it's Internet Rules 101. Don't feed the trolls. But he feeds them. He directly engages with me and Kiwi Farms and everything. And he just gives me mountains of content every single day through his seething and his coping. It's just fantastic for me. It's fantastic for Kiwi Farms. It's fantastic for everyone but him. And I encourage him to keep going. Double down. Triple down, Ethan. Please.
I'll keep playing the clip then.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Just willfully stating wrong things, which is very possible. And yeah, that's occurred to me before. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying he could just be totally lying out his ass.
Yeah, he could just be lying. Let's be honest here. I mean, that could very well be it, but just repeating dumb shit all the time. And in order to like jack up the thread count, he keeps posting in there himself to keep it bumped up. So I don't know. It's kind of amusing what they're focusing on over there. Of course, Faith is 18 years old, about to be 19. Should we tell him how we met? I talked about this on the kill stream.
You said you would do it on Patreon.
I said I would tell on Patreon. So Nora and I are divorced, and I love Nora. You know, part of me always will. We talked about this on air the last time she was on the show back in March. You know, it's bittersweet appearance, by the way. You can go back and listen to it. It was right after the Drunken Peasants episode. Actually, you can't go back.
The day after.
It was the day after. Well, that's when Nora and I recorded that. Yeah. But anyway, I was going to say you could go back on the podcast feed and check it out, but you can't because the feed got reset. We talked about that on Patreon, on Subscribestar. The new feed is killstream.libsyn.com/RSS. Just to be sure, I wanted to get that in.
Did you just tell me to pause it?
So I just want to ask Josh. Yeah, pause it. Josh, so are you going into the thread to just intentionally bump it just to spite Ralph? Is that what you're doing, or are you just thinking?
I didn't even pick up on that. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, it's a forum. You know, the thread is always going to be there. I see threads get bumped after like 4 years by people joining to argue with it. Like, that's not how the site works. But no, it doesn't benefit the thread to have clutter. It's genuinely funny, the shit that he does and says in posts. The way that he, like, spastically flails. You make fun of a hamburger. He's calling you a... You know, it's just like, these aren't the behaviors of someone who's acting rationally. And when it's someone who, you know, and who has this history and who has shit that, you know, he's accountable to, like his audience, and this is his public behavior. Because, again, everything that he's doing right now, he's just streaming directly into Twitter, where most of his followers are. Even people who don't regularly listen to his streams will see his Twitter feed. So him blasting this shit in particular is just like a spectacle. You can't look away from it.
So, final point before we play it again, I want to get your take on Josh. So this new girlfriend is aware of his Kiwi Farms thread and has actually read pages of it. So she can't even plead ignorance. Do you know what I mean?
I think it is actually getting to her, because you can hear how, you know, Ralph's voice is like glazed over with like this aged apathy, because that's just his life. But you hear her talk about it, and she seems like more alert and kind of, you know, like paying attention to stuff. So I think that she's gonna have a hard time dealing with it coming into months, you know, to a year, just because it's gonna compound. People are gonna go after her, not necessarily people from the site, but just
what do you
the
think
hundreds
about
of people he's managed to piss off.
What do you think about the idea that the only thing that will come out of this is that Ralph is going to get Me Too'd? Because I think this is the second girl, and I don't know if it was Godwinson or PPP or someone else who said that. Who was it again?
Well, his audience isn't going to care. His audience hates women. Like, when women are on his show, they get really mad. Like, just that a woman is talking.
But eventually,
so that's
keeps going to these.
What is going to be funny is people, when she leaks the logs of them talking in private, that's going to be funny.
I agree.
Well, because, guys, remember, she's a Black Lives Matter activist, an LGBTQ activist. Who knows if this isn't just some op from her Democrat friends to be like, hey, let's take down this white nationalist thought leader here, Ethan Ralph. Who knows?
That would be the best possible timeline, as if she was a literal spy for Black Lives Matter. Also, I want to point out that if you're in front of your girlfriend and you say something like, I will always love my ex-wife, not a good look, not a good idea.
Yeah, why are you talking about your ex-wife in front of your new girl? It's just a bonehead move. You know, girls don't like that shit. You know, they don't like you talking about, oh, I was into my ex so much. She was so...
I'll keep playing the clip.
Just terrible.
Only one
just
third
terrible.
in, so let's continue.
So, but anyway, Nora and I talked about that in the statement and in her last appearance. No ill will whatsoever. These people, they also keep saying that Nora's going to, like, dish on me or something. Never going to happen. Take it to the bank. we're not going to dish on each other. Like, that's just not how we roll. I know you guys are used to being, you know, complete losers and not having that type of respect between another person, but I do. And so, you know, dream on.
Pause it. Okay. This is the most ludicrous statement I've ever heard from a human being. Ethan Ralph has turned on every single person that he's ever associated with. Do you know what I mean? When Randbot stepped out of line, he was talking about him crying about his wife having a miscarriage. You know, he shit on Flamenco for having autism. These are his co-hosts. Do you know what I mean? When Worski didn't do what he wanted, he blasted Worski as being like mentally disabled. He's doxed his own pay pigs. Do you know? He's just a piece of shit, you know? And here he is talking down to, I don't even know, is he saying like to his audience, most of you who pay me are losers who don't have trust in relationships? Or is he saying this about the people on Karen Farms? You know, anybody
Maybe he
have any
assumed that his own audience like hates him and would leak this immediately. Maybe he just assumed in good faith that that was the situation, and he just wanted to cut the middleman and talk directly to us because hopefully he's not talking about his patrons.
You know, but we're the losers who don't have like trust in relationships, and you know, we don't have loyalty. When this guy's the first to snake on any of his friends, no matter what they've done for him in his life, you know, just terrible.
That's what you're waiting on. And we talked about this publicly. Regardless, you know, it wasn't a fun time. We came to the decision to divorce. I filed for divorce. You know, that shit sucks. But we didn't make that final decision until mid-February. I announced it 2 weeks later. I didn't wait long. Now, there's all these, you know, lies. I don't know how else to put it. Trying to say that, oh, we decided last summer. Nor was at my house during all of September, all of December.
I'm going to keep playing this, but why the fuck is he even talking about this? Why is he even talking about the divorce? If he claims that...
Because he made a slip up in one of his streams where he said something about her winning a divorce, and that confirmed that she was the one who petitioned for divorce.
Ah, okay.
But in this, he's saying that it was him. He very explicitly said, I filed for divorce.
But
so
it
he's
also
correct in the
sounds,
record
it also
there,
sounds like he
Karen
didn't
Farms
get
is just
over it,
bad resource.
doesn't it? It does sound like he didn't get over it yet. It does really sound
No,
like...
no, he's definitely not
Lord,
over it.
where are you? Yeah.
He's a liar.
It's like I said, this he goes for young girls, 18, because they're naive. They don't know what a functional relationship's like. She goes off to the UK. She's in med school. She sees people, you know, getting married, having relationships, having kids, and she's like, "Oh, I don't have that, and I never will have that as long as I'm with Ralph." So that's why she wanted a divorce.
Okay.
And when this girl gets old, gets, you know, over 20, and starts seeing her friends from college posting their, you know, baby pictures and shit on Facebook, she'll want a divorce too if they get married.
All the way through New Year's, we did all kinds of events together. We went to the Jefferson here. We did everything. Yeah, that means documented. We did all this shit. I talked about it on the show. I mean, she was on the show a couple times, like she is now. Like just watching from the side, doing her own thing, and then she would step up and say something. She was on the show. Yeah, and so it's just not true what they're saying. We worked on things all the way through. We didn't want to break up. That's why I didn't jump on Shu and Skeptic and do too much about that, because, you know, as many beefs as I've had with those two clowns over the years, I fully understand that launches and shit didn't work.
Holy shit. What did you say?
I doubt those two even care about him. Like, I gotta be honest. I doubt, like, the way he talks, like, as if, you know, everyone who has over 100k subs knows who he is. I guess some people do know who he is, but more in the sense of, like, ugh, gross, ugh, go away. Like, since my channel started recovering again, I've been speaking to a few content creators, bigger ones again. I don't really do it as much as I used to. But the one thing we never talk about is even Ralph. I doubt a lot of people know who he is. And I think the reason why he didn't talk about the split between Shu and Armored Skeptic, if anyone even cares about that, is because he probably doesn't want them coming down on them, because he doesn't have any shielding or protection from anything anymore if someone bigger comes down on him. He doesn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, I mean, he told me very explicitly a long time ago when it was like, I think Stream.me or earlier. He because that was when he wanted Zoom on. He said, I don't mean to blindside you or anything, but it's the news, it's worth talking about, so I got to get this guy on to say a story. And it's whatever. I didn't blame him for it, but to say that he's like so magnanimous that he wouldn't cast his Eye of Sauron on shoe on head because this is personal relationship drama. He doesn't get into that. That's just complete nonsense.
Just gotta ask you,
I think
since
you're right. I think he was just afraid of him.
Since you had conversations with him personally over the last year, Gator in particular, but also the other clowner Mento has been on a frequent level sending me threats, kind of along the line of, Kraut, you should never talk about me or Ralph again, or you should remember that we can always destroy you again. And I always had the feeling that it's motivated either out of fear or because they genuinely want me to direct my audience into his direction. I don't know which one of the two it is. Which one do you think it is?
I haven't had a conversation with Ralph really in a long time. It was towards the end of 2019. I kind of stopped talking to him because I started having a regular sleep schedule, and his show is just at 4 a.m. I can't tune into the Ralph Retort anymore, and I think he took that very personally. But when I did talk to him regularly, it was during the Stream.me era. So he was kind of at a high point there. He had a lot of natural support because he got kicked off of YouTube and people felt that was wrong. So I think he was still kind of in the upswing, in the swing of things.
You're absolutely right about this. The thing with the personal stuff, like he is in no way beyond taking the utmost personal stuff against people. Just the thing that PPP mentioned before, the stillbirth of his former co-host, that he brought that up immediately and was like, haha, you lost your baby.
He was in a rap song calling Mundane Matt and making fun of his kid. Like, no, there's no off limits with Ralph. I don't know why he's acting like there is now. It's a blatant misrepresentation.
Yeah. It's just a scumbag rule to try and set rules of engagement forced on like Valentine's Day, which is up. And then like a month later, he's apparently seeing this new girl or whatever. So how serious was this marriage ever actually? He's talking about how she was there for like 3 months, how all this is documented and stuff like this. Look, if it's true, he wouldn't feel the need to defend it this hard and like try and control the narrative and say it's documented. If it was true, he wouldn't do all this shit. The reality is he's probably full of shit and lying like he always is.
I do believe that he was committed to Nora, and I think that this other chick was just like total rebound. Like as soon as it dropped, he's like, oh, I gotta go find something new and fresh to rub in her face and to present to my audience.
Exactly. And a final point, it's disgusting that he's talking to this new girlfriend about all the things he did with his wife and all this shit. Like, I can only imagine how turned off she is by that. But yeah, hit play.
Workout, and I didn't want to pile on that because the same thing had just happened to me. So, it is what it is. It sucked. We worked on it all the way until the day after. It was either Valentine's Day or the day after, maybe the 15th. And then it was decided we're getting divorced. I saw a face tweet the very next day, actually, and I still wasn't even fully accepting that. I was like, man, could we still work on this a little bit? I mean, it's like that until the last moment, honestly, especially when you're married. Oof. You're like, are we sure? Are you sure? Now, we came to the decision, but I was, part of me is still like, maybe this could still change. I saw her tweet, just bubbly tweet, talking about how she loved the Mundane Matt stream.
And how I was baking cookies.
Yeah, how you're baking cookies. And, I clicked. I was like, oh, cute girl, whatever. And, of course, I didn't know you were 18. I thought maybe like 20, 21. That's the same thing happened with Nora, by the way. And that's another thing they tried to lie about and say that I met Nora when she was 17. Untrue. I met her on air when she was 18. Literally, she tells me she's 18 on air because I thought she was like 24, 25 because she had the British accent too. So she already sounds older, at least to me, my slow American mind. But no, she tells me she's 18 on air.
Pause this. So what's more likely, Josh? What do you think's more likely? That it just magically happened to be that these girls turned out to be 18 and it's all a coincidence that they all happen to be, around that age and not very like functionally adults? Or is it more likely that he's selectively targeting underage girls that are barely out of high school, so that he can manipulate and control them because he knows he can't get a woman his age. Which do you think it is?
It's either he's going after them or that's just what he can pull. Like, naturally, that's just what he can pull. He can't pull someone who has any sort of independence or has had experience with guys that can be providers. It's just not a thing. Though I do want to point out that him saying, "Oh, I thought you were like 3 years older than you actually were." That's a great thing to say to a woman. Wow, bitch! I thought you're 18. You're looking 21. You're 27. You look 30. That's an excellent remark to make on a recorded video of you talking to your girl. One can only wonder why it didn't work out with Aid, who was age appropriate for him. God knows what the he said to her in private.
You sound like an old hag. Like, off. Jesus.
Okay, we're halfway through.
What a lady. Play it.
And I'm just like, oh, you can hear me on air because I'm like, oh, that's not gonna work. Like, what the? No, it ended up, we got married, but still, now that you can't find that stream because YouTube deleted it. I might have it on an old computer. I'm gonna look, or she might have it. I don't know. But I'll see if I can find it.
The evidence is just conveniently missing, guys. The evidence is just coincidentally, it's gone. Nobody has it. Nobody can find it. I can't prove what I'm saying, but believe me, guys, I don't know. That's all I had to say. Holy shit.
Matt was on there, Matt Conway. So I tagged him on Twitter, and he's just like, no, it's not true. I was on the stream. Actually, I had DMs with him. I started thinking about that. I had DMs with him when it happened that I could just go back to in 2015 and show that actually happened on air. So that's about the only, I guess, bits of evidence of that stream. So thank you, YouTube, for that, by the way. That was kind of a cool story, too, how I met my ex-wife on the stream and stuff. I mean, it was a lot cooler while we were still married. Now it's kind of like, ugh, maybe it's not as cool. But, I mean, kind of. Anyway, I saw her tweet. It was about baking cookies. So I DM'd her. I was like, "Oh, what kind of cookies are you baking?" Actually, I followed her first. That's right.
I slid into your DM.
Yeah. So what happened was, for those who don't know, I get a shit ton of DMs at all times. But if I don't follow you or it's not deemed like important by Twitter, it doesn't show up in my main DM box. So it goes to the request box. So I followed her, and then but if I follow somebody, it'll automatically move whatever DMs they sent me from the request box to the inbox. So I folled her, and then she already sent me something.
Interesting.
It was something similar to the tweet, like
thanks for the follow.
Yeah. And then I asked what kind of cookies you were baking.
She said that under my tweet.
Yeah.
I remember this whole incident step by step.
Yeah, she talked to me a lot through this period, but we weren't together. No. But we talked a lot. And then, we talked more and it developed into something else. We ended up getting together later on down the line. That's what happened. Now, do you see
So he's admitting to messaging this girl before she was 18 years old, because I think she turned 18 in June, I believe. And so when he's talking about messaging her in February and March, she would have been underage. There really isn't much of a difference other than from a legal definition between a 17 and an 18-year-old. But it's just creepy and it's weird. And I DM'd you about baking cookies and stuff like this. It's just
desperately wanted it to be, because he said this initially, that the initial line was that she messaged him. But then she was like, no, I messaged you, but then didn't reply, but then you followed me, and then we started talking. So it wasn't until after he followed her that he noticed she had messaged him, and then they started hooking something up for when she turned 18. That's how it sounded to me.
I don't know. This sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. It sounds like a needlessly complicated bullshit story. But what do I know? I'm just some obese Canadian, but,
People deem it strange to date an 18-year-old. Probably. I don't find it strange. Maybe it's just because I've always been a tabloid guy or something. You know what I mean? I've always seen disparate age relationships, and it's just been a norm, especially for known people. I mean, I'm not on that level, but I don't really see it. It's just what?
Age differences, okay, they are normal. It is not abnormal for a 30-year-old to date, let's say, a 40-year-old. I think it's even socially acceptable to see a 22-year-old date someone who's 30-year-old, right? But
it's like half your age plus 7.
No, how old are you? How old are you now? How old are you?
27, I think.
Okay, yeah. Like if a girl comes up to you that is 18 years old, isn't like the first thought that goes through your head, yeah, you weren't diapers when 9/11 happened. I'm not going anywhere near you. It's just.
I mean, I wouldn't date anyone under 21. I mean, I've talked to girls who are like 18, 19, 20, and there's nothing. There is nothing going on.
They're infantile.
In an 18,
they're still
19-year-old,
practically
20-year-old's
children in a certain
head.
way. Completely infantile.
I mean, okay, if you are like well off and you're just like, okay, I'm getting old, I'm turning 40, I need to have a family before I get too old to raise a family, then yeah, I guess, like any port in a storm, but I'm not at that point. I don't want to have a relationship with someone that I can't have a conversation with. I don't want to I don't want to have a relationship with someone who hasn't lived the experiences that I have, and doesn't have that kind of frame of reference when talking about shit. It's just no interest in that whatsoever, and I don't think that's unusual.
No,
I'll be honest, gentlemen. If I'm 24 years old, I would date an 18-year-old, but not one that looks like that, okay? And not the one that has mental issues like that, where she's cutting her wrists and talking about committing suicide.
If you're talking to someone who's like a child abuse victim and has issues and shit like that, and they're still a parent because she's still cutting and still dating like meth heads and stuff, like why would you stick your dick in that and invite all those problems into your life unless you are desperate just to have like a mantelpiece?
That's exactly what it is. He's desperate for a mantelpiece to show off to people so that he can pretend to be Dick Masterson. Look what a Chad I am. Look at the pussy I'm getting. But like the pussy you're getting is some homely, like mental, like psychologically abused victim that you're manipulating.
Is age appropriate for Dick? They're like the same age. She's like a little bit younger, but they're not like 10 plus years apart.
Let's end this.
Look, if she was a supermodel, like,
I think we should play.
Yeah, I would apologize to Ralph, but she's. Yeah, play it. We got to.
Like, I don't know. I don't see her and be like, oh, she's 18. She's something exotic or not her own human. You know what I mean? Like,
very exotic with how.
Yeah, I don't know. You're your own person, though, right? I mean, you have your own interests. It's not. I don't know. It's just ridiculous how they try to stereotype you like you're not a human almost. Like, okay, yeah, she's young, no doubt. She's 18. Is that an obstacle in a relationship? Yeah. I mean, when there's that big of an age gap, I'm 34, right? So that's a 16-year age gap, basically 15, about 15 and a half, maybe something like that. Is that an issue? Yeah. But I mean, it's not insurmountable, and people have had bigger age gaps and had successful marriages, and successful relationships. So I don't know. I don't see it as it's something to like be scared of. It's just something to be conscious of and something to work at. Yeah, but I don't sit there and try to limit myself. And plus 16, I don't think that's too far out. If it was 30, 40, 25 even. I mean, there is a limit, maybe. I'm not gonna say
that. Pause that. So the guy is literally saying like 16. I don't think there's much difference. Like, what is he saying there? Like, just weird. Like, I don't know. It's manipulative. What the?
I'm getting a call.
Are we on here?
Sorry. Someone was just randomly calling me.
And of all the things he mentioned, he was going off on on a rant about how the age gap doesn't matter. Like, sure, it's a problem, but it's not like a make or break. But he never at any point just says like, "Oh, we can make it work because I love her." He never says that. I don't think he said the L word. He said the L word once. He said that he loved Nora.
Yeah. I mean, it's so transparent what this is. It's like some trophy girlfriend. Like, the thing that she's 18 isn't a problem. Like, he's trying to say, oh, it's a problem, but we can overcome it. But that's the exact reason he's dating her. He wouldn't date her if she wasn't 18 because it lets him live out his fantasy of being Chad Masterson in the Barbie dream mansion with 80s girl, who he desperately wants to be. And Dick desperately wants to be Hunter S. Thompson. And they're just not. And it's really sad. It's really sad. Oh, all right. Have the audio.
And say, but I don't think that's.
Are we on the air?
We are live, yeah. People should be able to hear you. I was just playing the clip. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Okay, I'll keep playing it.
Outside
play the clip.
realm of possibility. You know what I mean? I don't think that it is. Now, she is 18. I did see some other, like, well, if she was 30 and you were 46, okay. Yeah, I mean, she's young. I mean, there's no doubt about that, but I don't know. It doesn't faze me. I don't know. What do you think when people, I know you've read all this stuff. It's like a topic of discussion. You read it too. Like, I mean, you can't not read it almost, but I'll let you respond however you want to respond.
I mean, I personally just think it's nobody's business. Like, I don't see the.
Well, by the way,
I don't.
get in the shot a little bit.
Okay, it is nobody's business, but he kind of made it everyone's business by tweeting about it, talking about it, etc., didn't he? That's the irony in that statement. When she goes, it's none of anyone's business. And it's like, yeah, but that guy whose stream you're on, he made it everyone's business. Like, man, I'll just keep playing the clip.
I'm trying to hide you or something.
Josh, do you?
I just don't see why it's anyone's business because.
Yeah.
Josh, do you care to comment on when he says he has to look at it? Like he has a compulsion. You has to look at Kiwi Farms.
He's
you know what I mean?
retarded. I know that they've had threads on me and Cal for years. There was a point in 2014, 2015. I mean, I check it when I'm interested in reactions to like stream appearances and stuff, but no, you can completely shut that shit out of your life. It should be something that you actively train on doing if you want to have a public presence.
Well, yeah, I think about the Tyler, the creator, saying, how the fuck is cyberbullying real? Just close your screen. Just close your eyes. Walk away.
Like it's a skill
he doesn't have to read
develop
it.
to determine whose opinions are worth listening to. And if you just listen to everyone all the time, you will be overwhelmed by it and you will make mistakes.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and hit this.
In the long run, if it doesn't involve you, I don't think anyone should have a say in what you do with your life. And like he said, I'm not just some 18-year-old delicate flower that needs to be protected. I've gone through my own shit, and I have my own personality and my own shit that, makes me who I am, and everyone's treating it almost as if I'm just being treated like an object. I think they're treating me more like an object than you ever would. And they're and so they're trying to play like these morality police, and it's, in all honesty, it's offensive.
Pause
to me,
it.
at least, to be.
I mean, holy shit, guys! Like, what the? I mean, are you the morality police, Josh? Is this what this is about? Is like the morality of it?
For reacting to stuff which is public. If you don't want people to comment on things that are public, don't make it public. But for some reason, he has a compulsion, and it is just to try to impress people, I think.
Yeah, and this whole.
And that
And
speech
she goes
is just
there
like, I'm so mature, I'm mature from my age. I've been through some shit. I've been through some real shit. I got diddled, so I can put up with all this internet drama. I know exactly what I'm getting into, and it won't cause me a lot of problems as I start obsessing over this all the time.
The way she said that, like, I've been through some shit, and like the way she phrased it indicates to me she still has a juvenile mindset and isn't ready to handle this stuff. Nobody could possibly, like, unless you have like a background in browsing Kiwi Farms and 4chan for 5 years or 8chan or whatever you're not going to be able to handle this. She doesn't have any idea what she's walking into. She has no clue. She's going to get up from this. And the idea that Ralph's bringing her on here, and it's not a good idea.
Well, she might actually get out of all of this on top. She might actually get out of this all on top if, like Nell says, she tweets out her DMs with him and just skins him on the internet, basically. She might actually get out of this on top, but, when the eventual breakup comes, he's going to be so vicious. So vicious. Can you imagine all the shit that he can hold over someone's head if they're so personal with him? Like, he holds shit over everyone's head, but with something like that, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah, I don't think Virginia has like what's it called? Revenge. I'm not. Very few states have revenge laws, and she's over 18, so nothing would stop him from doing that.
treated like that.
Yeah, and look, it's not a surprise. I mean, I've run the kill stream, right? I understand how it goes, but that doesn't mean I'm going to sit back and just let lies be told and not respond. I mean, now some people might be like at this point of the episode, like, "Wow, okay, we get it." I mean, I know,
It's been going on for like almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah, and I've talked about it on air a couple times too. But you know, I haven't really let her talk at length like this, and I didn't want to put. Another thing is, I didn't really want that on the kill stream. You know, if people want to know, they can watch this. I figure that's good enough.
I'm not really kill stream material.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just, you know, that's a lot of heat on you. Like, even just having you talk off mic or something, that's one thing. But I don't know. I just don't want people to put that burden on you. Like, oh, she was a co-host on the kill stream. Or, I mean, because that can be a big burden when you're trying to do other shit. I know that from my other relationship that just ended. The one previous. My marriage. So yeah, it can be an issue. I don't really want to put that burden on you. I don't think you saying Bunty's a cuck once or laughing.
Okay. So this, I think, is the most disturbing part of the entire audio segment, where he is completely self-aware as to what a toxic person he is, and like the cloud of hatred and negativity that surrounds him, and just what being associated with him means. He's totally aware of this, and he's even saying, like, this could really f you over, and it f***ed over my ex-wife and destroyed our marriage, but I'm still going to put you on this bonus episode anyway. Do you know what I mean? Just terrible. He is literally pimping her out to make 80 cents off a download of this bullshit bonus episode. Do you know what I mean? Knowing it could ruin her life, knowing it could ruin her employment jobs.
Doesn't it?
It's entirely because what prompted this? The sandwich. It's just to rebuttal the sandwich. Say, oh no, it actually is a top secret LA-based recipe, and she, you know, we're together, and she's real, and she's ready for this, and all that shit. It has nothing to do with like money. It's just I guess the clout. I don't even know what to call it. The bragging rights.
Yeah, it's just to try and pretend he's Vic Masterson and he's a Chad. Yeah.
Okay, let's get playing.
Tough.
Off screen is a big deal, but if you were, you know, part of the panel or something like that,
That's a little different.
yeah. Plus, I just got off something, you know, I don't know. It's too much of a mix too when it gets to that level. Like you coming on to watch a movie with us on Patreon, or to talk about this in this instance.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But as far as making you in the, you know, a co-host, panelist and stuff, I just think that would, I don't know. I don't want to mess you up. Does that make sense?
I'm already pretty up though.
Oh, that's another thing. Don't give them any ammo. They're like, oh my God, she's crazy.
Dark laugh.
Yeah, I'm mentally unstable. I'm a mentally unstable meth opioid addict who has a kid apparently too.
Yeah, that's another thing. There was a picture of her. She has some brothers, and there was a picture. Many brothers, and there was a picture of her with her little brother behind her, and then they just randomly said that was your kid when
There's no
clearly it's your brother. It's clearly your brother, but that's nothing.
Pause it. It wasn't clear, first of all, that it was her brother. Do you know what I mean? It was just like there's like a child, like a very young child in the background, and we make the joke that she's a single mother, you know, but he takes it as though we're supposed to be this like credible, like scholarly source. Like the Kiwi Farms and This Week in Nectar are like credible scholarly sources, and we always have to be correct. And if there's anything that's wrong, it means we're all just pieces of shit that are lying about everything.
It's
That's
also a
how we.
testament to how young she is, that she has toddler-age children still in her family, still directly brother and sister related to her.
Yeah, it's gross and it's weird and it's creepy. And when you add on top of it that, you know, Ralph looks like her actual biological father, it just gets worse and worse.
The age
and
difference.
you know, I enjoy here how they've refuted the.
So you're
go ahead,
saying
Kraut.
the age difference between her and Ralph is the same as the age difference between her and her siblings.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh God.
And her, you know, there's a lot with like that interaction there, because she says something like, they don't have any proof of that, but they said it anyways. Like, yeah, that's the internet. You think someone would go on the internet and just tell lies? It underscores how naive she is. And then Ralph goes on, and he has that really dark laugh when she says that she's all f***ed up, and then he says something like, "Oh, I wouldn't put you through the stressors of putting you as the co-host of the kill stream like Nora," as if he's sparing her, he's granting her, that peace when he's already running her through the muck by putting her out in the spotlight. And then she's not co-host because she's a Black Lives Matter lefty who would not have the contributions to the stream that Nora did. Nora was an extremely pleasant person to talk to on the kill stream, and she would not be able to facilitate that role at all.
Yeah, in any capacity, she just would not fit in on the program. Neither does Killstream Pay, because Killstream Pay is like a smoke weed everyday leftist as well. So like all these women he's bringing on are like damaged, like mentally damaged, abused, like leftist women that really have no business being in his circle of influence or in his life. He's just a piece of shit. Fuck. I don't know why. What he's done is he's put her in this position. He knew I would do this. And he did it anyway. Just go. Jesus.
I think the guy to cut the yard is here. Of course they would come during the middle of my recording. No, I don't think it's not the same dude. That's another story. I guess I could tell this story. So last week, this guy who cuts the yard normally, he comes by and he talked about his mom before, and he shows me this flyer and he's just like, "Oh, my mom died." I was like, "Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm feeling for you. I hate to hear that." And, pat him on the back, all this and that. And then he said, "Well, can you go ahead?" He picked up some boxes and stuff I had out there from moving in the studio, which I was cool with. He said, "Can you go ahead and pay me up front, for the yard? I'll come back and cut it later when the sun goes down." I said, "Okay, that's fine." I actually gave him a little bit extra too. Now he's MIA for a week and a half. Haven't heard from him since. The yard still hasn't been cut, and I'm kind of pissed about that. So now I have somebody else coming here to cut the yard, and so that's what's going on right now. All right, I'm back before my dog so rudely interrupted me. God, he got so loud that I had to finally go check on.
We have to comment on this there, gentlemen. So first of all, he's too lazy to cut his own lawn. He's too lazy to do his own dishes, his own laundry, to take out the trash. He's too lazy to cut his own lawn. And also his neighbors hate him so much that he can't just go ask one of his boomer neighbors to cut his lawn. Look, boomers love to cut lawns. They just love it. People will do it for free, if you ask them and your neighbors like you, but obviously they hate him. So he has to pay crackheads $50 to cut his lawn. And then he pays them before they even do the job. So of course he's going to walk off.
How can he even afford
What kind of shithole does he live in where this homeless man, meth head lawnmower will cut? When he said cut his lawn, I thought actually walking across his lawn, he was on the street corner or something. But now, okay, I got it. I'm filled in. My mental image of people cutting across his property to bypass his estate is shattered.
Just amazing. You got anything on this, Kraut?
I mow my own lawn. That's all I have to say. I actually go back to my parents' place on occasion to mow the lawn for my parents as they're getting old. That's all I have to say. Yeah. I wouldn't see the point in paying someone to mow your lawn. It's just really quick, right? You don't even need a lawnmower. What are these things called? The German word is Motorsense. The stick with the plastic thing that turns really fast. I got one of those. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep
Weed whacker?
Yeah, weed whacker. I use a weed whacker. Okay, I'll keep playing the clip.
Things. Finally, we do, by the way, as update to the yard story. There is someone out there mowing the yard. Not the guy who gypped me of the $50. I don't know if he went on a crack binge or what after his mom died, but he definitely looks like he might be of that variety. So he might have sampled a little crack rock. I'm not sure. But now I'm going to have to go through here and just splice all this anyway. So it's probably going to be audio only now. So that's fine. Yeah, it's going to be audio only now because I have to splice it through. I know all the conspiracy theorists will probably have a lot to say about that, but I don't care. It's gonna be too hard. It won't look right if I have to do the video, and I just don't feel like
shit right now anyway.
Yeah, plus I'm wearing my hat and shit.
Pause
I don't
it.
look that great either, so
The conspiracy theorists do have a few things to say, you know. I think the reason that he doesn't want the video shown is because the image of her trying to squeeze into the corner next to his gunt, well, he's so fat, he doesn't want people to see that. And so now he's making up excuses as to why he can't show the video. Maybe he's ashamed of his girlfriend's appearance and doesn't want the pay pigs to realize that she's not this supermodel 18-year-old cheerleader. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I can actually fully believe his story that he's too lazy to edit 2 videos together to make a complete video. I trust Ralph 100% when he says that.
Thank God you're here to talk some sense into my tinfoil conspiracy. Occam's razor, Josh. Generous Josh with the Occam's razor being generous to Ralph. The simplest explanation, he is just too lazy. And it fits all the facts, everything we know about him. All right, you got anything, Kraut, or just hit the clip?
You made me wear a hat.
yeah, we both have hats on. You won't be able to see this now, but I guess I can take my hat off now. Good point. She already took hers off. Anyway, this is not the real bonus episode for the week anyway, so just enjoy what you have here. And thank you. Hopefully I can do a little bit better on the weekend.
People pay for this. That's all I have to say. I'll keep playing.
And
Guys, this is going to get so bad. We may honestly just stop watching it in a few minutes because we'll play a few more minutes of this. But basically, what's going to happen is Ralph just starts like reading his emails to like pad this out to 30 minutes because he can't even do like a full half hour of content. You know, it's pathetic. But yeah, play this.
join in, but you know, it's been a wild week. We finally got I guess I could talk a little bit about the podcast feed. So thank God for CastBox. They did get us switched over. If you're subscribed on CastBox, I think it gives you a little message or something. I don't even know if I got the message. But there's, I know Kaz said that he got a message. He's the one who runs Chill Stream Uncut. He said that he got a message that said, "Oh, this is the new Killstream feed over here. Click this and you'll automatically move over." I'm not sure if everybody gets that message or not, but mine is updated over there with the 3 new. Well, the first episode's not really an episode; it's just an ad for the new RSS feed, which again is killstream.libsyn.com/RSS, and the other 2 are Mondays and Tuesdays episode. Tonight, we're not. I don't know who we're having on tonight. Actually, I'll have to check. Oh man,
Oh, God.
Let me
The
see
moment
who's
he
coming on the
slips back
show
into
tonight.
Killstream
Let's
Ralph,
see.
it's just like my
Yeah,
eyes
pause
are
this.
glazing over.
It's just terrible. Like he's just sitting here now, like plugging his podcast feed, and like the thing of it is, he doesn't even know who the guest is for his own show. He doesn't even know who the guest is.
You know,
Tonight on his own show.
you know, when I talk to my patrons, I talk about the books that I read to make my videos. Like, I strictly about the content, but considering that Ethan Ralph's content is Ethan Ralph just spurging and rambling, I guess he has no other thing to talk about than himself, his pathetic little self. And I am amazed by the fact that people actually pay for this. I am really, honest to God, I'm just amazed. People pay to listen to a 30-minute clip of some fat, drunk addict talking about how he's not a... It's just...
What is his because like this is like his once a week thing. So what did his week encapsulate? He got a sandwich. He got involved in some online drama, reading a forum thread so he could be angry about it, and that cut his lawn. That's the week. That's the past week. Oh, and he got kicked off or something.
He lost all his podcasts. His multi-million-dollar sponsorship deal with Spotify went down the toilet. He got banned from Apple. He got banned from all these podcasting platforms. I guess he's still on Apple, but all the other ones he's off of now. And he's just sitting here crying and seething about the evil posters on Karen Farms. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. But here, Kraut, before we hit play again and subject ourselves to this torture, guess how many people pay for this shit?
I don't know. I never checked his Patreon.
No, guess. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
50 people?
Higher.
No,
Oh, God.
way higher.
80?
No. Oh God, no,
100?
Kraut is way higher.
100? 150?
It's 250.
Jesus.
256
fucking Christ. This is
separate
so
people
sad.
that pay him at least $1.
It shows you how all of this is basically just. Please don't tell me that. Is it monthly or per episode? Is it
Monthly.
It's monthly.
So technically speaking, he doesn't even have to do shit, and he could just claim. Oh God, it's oh my God, it's
probably close
250
to.
people.
I want to say because you can see his trend. He hides the amount he makes,
Yeah.
but you can see the trends before he hides it. And I'm pretty sure it's like a little bit over 2,000. And then
Does he offer
claims that
any
he
kind of
makes
rewards?
Like $1,000 each week.
Does he
women's.
offer any kind of rewards? Does he offer any kind of tiers to them at the very least?
Okay,
Does he something like, if you buy
guys,
this
for
at this-
$50,
What does he give them for $50? Please tell me.
for $50, you get Ralph's phone number, and you can call him and text him at any time.
For $50, I buy you a
That's
book.
what you get for $50.
That's mine. If you give me $50, I buy you a book. That's at least, yeah. Jesus. How? Oh my God.
You get a Discord role. You get a role in his Discord that was banned.
Wait, he got banned from Discord.
It's worth it.
Wait, do you?
Yeah.
No, okay,
I think
wait.
his current
You can
incarnation
actually
has lasted for a while,
connect
but yeah.
Discord.
Yeah,
You can actually wait. This is important note here. So he has it as a patron tier that if you give him a certain amount of money a month, that you get a role in his Discord server. Is that a tier in his patron?
Yes.
Because you can connect your Discord account with Patron, right? And your patrons automatically get roles assigned to them. That's not a tier thing. Discord
No, that's what it
recognizes-
is.
Yeah, it's oh my God, this is just.
It is also a tier thing though, because I know this is again something that Dick Masterson does. He has a different patron role depending on what tier of his patron that you're on, and depending on the role, you get access to more channels and stuff.
I'm just amazed that people would actually.
I just
pay
think
to listen to this. I mean, technically speaking, you don't have to pay for anything on the internet, but pay for. If you're gonna pay for anything, why for this? For some fat, obese, disgusting.
That's the biggest question. Is I have no clue what his fans get out of it.
They must be
I really
retarded.
don't know. And I see people like defending him on Twitter and shit, and I just don't get. I think it's and you might know this, but I think they did a study a while ago where they figured out, they did like scans of the brain, and they determined that when you hear someone say something political that you agree with, it gives you the same kind of high that like a shot of heroin does. So I think these are like just political drug addicts who want to hear like a demagogue just say everything they already know, so they can sit there
Can
and
you-
just
can you
absorb
send
it,
me a DM
the
with
fucking
this?
heroin high.
No, can you send me a DM to that study? I would really like to read that.
Yeah,
But sorry for distracting all of you.
Sure,
Don't
if
forget
I
to
can
send me that
find it.
now. I'm gonna keep playing the clip. I'm
No,
gonna keep playing the
John,
data.
I would just comment before you keep playing the clip, just to respond to what Noel said. I think that these people genuinely think that Ralph is saving the white race. I think that they genuinely believe that he's like an influencer on politics, and they believe that he can get important guests on and influence minds. Even though he's like a race mixer and a degenerate, like he leans into the KKK thing with his Killstream cleanup crew shirts. And these people genuinely believe he's going to save the white race while he employs an abortionist named Killstream Pay and marries a Pakistani woman. These idiots still think he's going to save the white race, and they pay him money. And I think it's pathetic. But yeah, you can keep playing.
Okay.
Mark Random is coming on the show tonight. Wow. Okay, let's see. I looked this guy up last week. Wow, I haven't even done my work today yet. Mark Random. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. I should follow him, huh? God's purpose for me was to manifest my destiny over predeterminism. Now I do stand-up comedy to let fate and time bury my remembrance. This is him. He appears to be holding some sort of weapon. I'm not sure, but oh, here's some of his comedy right here. Let's see, can we play this? I don't know. I guess we can try. Let's play this. This is the guest tonight, Mark Random.
Anyone who stands for any movement is a pussy. Jesus Christ. I'm protesting this. No, you hate that your parents didn't love you enough. Stop with the bullshit. I'm a social justice warrior. I care about these rights. No, you just didn't get the person you wanted in high school, and you're projecting all your anger on everything. Donald Trump and the left and Hillary Clinton. I hope they would just both rape each other on stage.
No,
I hope
whoa!
everyone dies. I really hate this world. I hate fuck everyone. Fuck this world. I hope I die tonight. Fuck everyone.
So his show now is to listen to people who are more talented than him, basically. So he plays people who are more talented.
Yeah, I can tell you, having done streams and stuff that require like putting together, the easiest, best content that you can have for a stream is clips, and that's like what Ralph does. He can find like a 20-minute long clip to take up a portion of the stream. He is a happy camper. Even with this, it's like, we're gonna have this guy on, so let's play a clip of him doing his comedy. That's like an easy minute. He's clocking his fucking minutes where he doesn't have to come
skip
up with to say.
This is shocking. This is shocking. This man couldn't go 25 minutes without playing a clip. He couldn't go 25 minutes alone. We've already gone over the amount of time that you allotted us graciously and generously for this program, you know, and we haven't had to resort to a clip one time because we're not useless mongoloid.
Technically, if you want to get into it.
We are technically clipping.
Well, there was dead air, but it wasn't.
We are technically clipping.
Yeah, I guess we are playing a clip. We're commentating over an audio feed,
we both run channels on YouTube where we don't do that. You know, where we deliberately don't do that. Where we do our own content. That's what we both do. We know what it means to make something yourself. He doesn't. Should I try to skip that to when he actually
I just want to point out
himself?
that he says he had.
I'll try to skip.
Josh, what is it?
The number one, so I don't know what time this got published his time, but he says, like, I haven't done my work today. Like, yeah, no shit. Number two, he sounds drunk already. It sounds like he's slamming shot. Like, in that segment where he clipped out because he was yelling at the crackhead. It sounded like he downed some shots after that. He was stressed out. His anxiety was a little bit high. He took a pill and a shot, and now he's whatever.
He's already thinking, as he's recording this, he's like, what are those A-logs on the Karen farms going to say? What are they going to say? What's PPP going to say about me this time? You know, and he's stressed out. He's having to take his pills and his booze, you know, to cope with the fact that we make fun of him. The poor guy. Oh, you know, fuck.
I'm going to try to skip to when the clip is over.
Oh, who those two are? Oh, wow. Podcast Addict follows me now. Sweet. I guess I could update people on the Podcast Addict situation as well. But if you don't know who these two are, I'm looking it up. I know the name of their podcast already, but I want to make sure I get it right. Let's see. It's not him. It's the What Is Left pod. I was going to say What's Left. Oh, yeah, it just says What's Left. Okay, right. Yeah, What's Left. I think, see, I'm getting myself mixed up. What's Left pod, hosted by Amy Teresi, and Mustache Club US over on Twitter, Oliver Bateman. So I think that's done. Let me check the emails right here. Oh, Storyfire's already gotten back to me as well. Sweet. Okay, let's see here. Storyfire, wow, we're really jumping all over the place in this bonus episode. Let me see. Where is the secretary's email?
Okay. He sounds up.
Wait,
it's been 30 minutes into this bonus episode. He sounds genuinely up already.
Where's the email, dude? Oh, here it is. I don't see the response on that, though. Did that come in already? I think it's confirmed for tomorrow, though. Don't hold me to it. Let me see. You CC me the response.
Gator, get my emails, Gator.
And I'm working at the same time on this episode because this is my normal work period. Oh, look, so they actually responded to me. Oh, sweet. Yes, Stitcher. Woo! Stitcher fixed our podcast feed. just live while we're not on the air, doing the recording right now. So thank you, Stitcher. Yes, now I remember. It was Storyfire that I was trying to recall. So Storyfire, a lot of people have been using that. I'm told, I haven't actually seen this for myself yet, but I've been told that Dick Masterson is on there, verified. That Paul Joseph Watson is on there, verified. So I started thinking, dude, the kill stream has to be, I mean, if they're cool, I would think that as long as we don't, maybe, you know, don't post the racist joke that we ever have done on the show on there or whatever, maybe keep it within certain limits, that we would be okay on Storyfire. So I actually went and signed up for my account. It was stolen already through, I think Augie said they were playing a gag on people and like taking their accounts when they first went over there, just for fun. But I expect to get that account back. I did sign up under the name Killstream, and I plan to keep that account too. So storyfire.com, I guess it would just be /Killstream or whatever. Search Killstream on there. If that's my channel, I control that. I expect to have the Ralph Retort channel back soon too. I don't know much about it. We'll see if I end up using it, if it's going to be something that is going to let us stick around. It might be a place to put clips or videos, stuff like that, that I want to do separate from the kill stream, which does interest me a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. Let's see. Storyfire, I just talked about. Stitcher is fixed. There's something else I wanted to talk about.
Is there anything else that happens in this, or did he just like ramble?
No, honestly, pause this crowd. Josh has got to go. Like, he's got a life to live in Siberia or wherever he is. You know, he's an important and generous man. He's given us a lot of his time. Nothing happens on the rest of this podcast. Absolutely zero. He just starts reading his emails and shit like this. I'm going to dump the audio. If you want, Josh, just post the link to my SoundCloud on Kiwi Farms if they want it. I'll put it other places as well, on my Twitter and shit like that if people want to listen to the rest of it, if they want to torture themselves. But I think what we'll do is we'll play the Chris Hansen clip.
Yeah,
and then we'll end the show if that's fine with everybody.
You will be unable to hear it. Just
and, you know, and I'm just one last note on this. The whole period of this is I'm really curious how many of the people paying for his Patreon actually sat through from like start to end and listened actively to his rambling about his email. I don't think a single one of them would make it through the entirety of that audio.
No, I don't think anyone did. I think I might be the only person on earth, just because my hatred propelled me to continue watching. But like when I watched it last night, when I first got the clip, you know, like I had to watch it for 2 minutes and like take a 5-minute break because it was hurting my mind to listen to this shit. So I don't know. Let anybody else got closing thoughts on this?
I'm just here because I didn't know about any of this until you asked me today to host the stream, and I'm gonna keep being your gator as long as you need someone to host it on OBS, and eventually I'm going to, you know, we're going to have various different layouts every time you ask me, and eventually I'm going to show you how to host this yourself using OBS, so you won't need me anymore. But until that moment comes, I'll happily be your gator, but I won't swipe up behind you, but I'll happily host your streams for you. That's all. Thank you for having me on, I guess.
God bless you, Kraut.
Okay, I'll play the clip.
All right, I think that's it. Play the clip and then the outro, and I think we're good.
Okay, everyone have a good day.
Ethan Ralph. Why does that name sound so familiar? Maybe because your secret screen name is Potbelly for you. What do you mean by Potbelly for you, Ethan? Chris Hansen here of Hansen vs. Predators, to catch a predator and have a seat with Chris Hansen now. Ethan, I'm going to need you to have a seat right over there. You know, we're still climbing out of a pandemic. You're still supposed to be socially distant, flattening the curve. Not running around town with your girlfriend, who some of your pals believe looks suspiciously too young. It's a sort of behavior that could lead you to meet me in a dark kitchen someplace, having to call Sebi Kuma to throw your bill. Do you think that'll happen? I don't know. Anyway, behave yourself. And if you can, I'm going to let you go this one time. But remember, I'll be watching. I'll see you soon on the TV and my YouTube channel with new investigations. Don't be in one, just watch them. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll be watching you.
Asshole has shown me the way.
Thank you. Oh my God. He's already high energy, Matt. Like
This
the
is
highest
fucking-
energy.
Let's go live. Let's do this.
We're
Fucking
going
unreal.
live.
Asshole
We're
has
going
shown
live
me the
right
way.
now. It's probably
Thank
already
God,
up.
I'm gonna hit the music as soon as we're live.
We're going. Pit it. Fucking go. We're live.
We're live.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it continues. We've got generous Josh and majestic Matt. The boys are back in town. It's all happening here tonight. Mundane Matt, Josh, PPP, Godwinson. War has been declared on Ethan Ralph. All right. So, Matt, how are you tonight?
I'm actually pretty goddamn fantastic, if I'm being fair. I feel
What's
pretty
made
good.
you feel this way? What's made
Well,
you feel this
you know,
way?
I feel like a boulder has been lifted off my chest. You know, like I feel if I was Icarus, or no, who was the guy who pushed the boulder up the hill?
Atlas.
Sisyphus.
Atlas.
No,
No, Sisyphus. I feel like if I was Sisyphus, the boulder has reached the top of the hill and has crushed the gunt on the top. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a steep
listening-
hill.
It's a very steep hill. It took 2 years to get there. It took a long time to get there. A lot of patience, a lot of hard will, you know, a lot of Red Bull, right? I was really trying. And then also, surprisingly, my Kia to tow it up to the top because I was doing food delivery at the same time. Got to make that money. So, no, but getting to the top of this, wherever the hell we are right now, is hysterical because I always knew Ethan Ralph was a gigantic turd. And if you go back 6 years to Gamergate, you can look at this guy who ran a radio show for wrestling, you know, so he understands performance arts and he knows how to fake shit. But in deep down, he's an Obama voting liberal who is trying to placate to a right wing audience, who loves to go on and look at interracial black, likes to get on Twitter and hit up black women in his neighborhood to go and smoke weed with him. And then, of course, he also has a propensity for the younglings, which is a little bit creepy. Actually, no, a lot creepy. And that self-awareness yesterday and that glorious hour-long video you guys put together really exposed the fact that Ethan Oliver Ralph of Richmond, Virginia has a thing for teenagers. A mid-30-year-old man lusting after young, just slightly past puberty girls. You know, I mean, in Ralph's mind, if there's grass on the field, play ball. And the rest of us go, that's wrong, Ralph. They should at least be near your age. And then
So
at the
Monday
same,
Matt has smacked down the gauntlet. He's
the
just
gauntlet,
called
the
Ethan
gauntlet
Ralph
has
a
been
liberal.
layeth, yes.
Majestic
Cropped
Matt.
and liberal. Thrown
Majestic
him under
Matt,
the
my
bus.
lord, my king,
Matt.
my God, Majestic Matt. I must ask you, what are your thoughts, my lord, on Ethan Ralph threatening to flag down my channel yesterday? And in fact, it's flagging down one of my videos, giving me my second strike. What are your thoughts on that after he criticized you for 2 years, making his whole name off that you flagged him down with DMCA claims? What are your thoughts, Majestic Matt, my lord?
There is a level of
Sir!
irony. There is a level of irony here that is not meant for mortal men. There is a true, like, just genius aspect to this whole thing, where Ralph, who 2 years ago needed me to stay relevant, and as we discovered yesterday, needed me to meet his current 18-year-old girlfriend, because she apparently saw the streams and she liked it, needs me in his life in some fashion or another. So as his Lord and Savior, as the person who is most responsible for his rise to prominence and hopefully his fall from grace, stop it, Ralph. Get help. Show your report history. Repent for your sins. Own your crimes. Apologize to those you have wronged and you have financially burdened by removing their ability to make money, a claim you made so heavily against me, which, by the way, wasn't actually true. I never touched your stream, you gunted. And you've been trying to run on that narrative for 2 years. I can prove it. I have proven it multiple times, but you don't ever want to admit it publicly. You did to me privately in our DMs before you blocked me like a cowardly little bitch. So that's where we are right now, guys. What we are, we look at someone like Ethan Ralph.
He's laying the smack down. Don't forget, all of the boys are back in town tonight. We're also joined by Josh, generous Josh of the Caring Farms. Any questions for Mundane Matt, Josh, tonight?
I mean, I don't know. Mundane Matt, you know, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of Mundane Matt, but
Majestic Matt.
Yes, you are.
It's
Call me by my
Majestic
chosen
Matt.
name. That's the Lord.
I have
Don't
to
call
give him credit, though. Credit where credit is due. Someone made an entire album about him, like children, and he didn't. he didn't like chimp out at all. Whereas Ralph can't take the flimsiest, most pathetic paper thin slight, and he has a full-blown meltdown for weeks. Mundane Matt can take like a boulder to the face and not flinch at this point, and Ralph can't handle anything from anyone. If you are anybody, no matter how close of a friend you think you are with Ralph, if you say anything he doesn't like on Twitter, he'll block you and turn on you in a second.
Oh, it's yeah, I mean, it's so apparent. I've talked to people that are like, I love watching the tweets from people like Drummer, who was such a Ralph sycophant that at Knoxville he wore a Matt No t-shirt. He paid money, hard-earned money, to buy a Matt No t-shirt in order to go to Knoxville to appease Ralph. He got in a car with Ralph. He was loving on Ralph. I'm pretty sure if Ralph would have pulled out that peanut-sized micro dick, Drummer would have probably licked it up happily. And he wore it. And then he lightly criticized Ralph, and Ralph blocked him. That is the mentality of Ethan Ralph. And to clarify a point of yours, Josh, it wasn't one album. It was one album of, trying to say that I wrote kids, which is clearly not true. But there was a Christmas album that was also produced where there was a dispute between people who involved because one of them wanted to call me and the guy who was producing the album, who, by the way, is an associate pastor at a church, which I find to be the most ironic thing ever.
Shame.
I know
against...
the backstory to this if you want me to
yeah, no,
clarify.
all I know is like
from the hip, Josh.
It's
it was Dame Pesos. He has a lyric in that album where it's something like "get like you a baby" or something, and the guy, the label said, we don't want to publish this because this is defamation per se to say that he children like that. And so
yeah, I remember he ran to Ricada. That's how I caught wind of it. Was like someone had sent me the tweet, and like he ran to Ricada to like talk to him, get like advice or something like that. That's the thing with like,
it was harsh. I'm not gonna lie, like that shit was brutal. And all I remember about it was that you tweeted once like, oh, it was funny. You know, Ralph would we would still be hearing about that with Ralph.
Yeah.
If it
the
would be
Christmas
off
album was
Spotify.
funny.
You know, if you're gonna, speaking of flagging, if you're gonna flag shit, why the are those albums still on Google Music and YouTube and shit? Like I can buy that off of Google right this second. So I don't know, if you're gonna flag something, that would be the shit to flag.
It's like the Christmas album is funny to me. I thought like it was. I don't mind well-crafted criticism. I don't mind
it's not well-crafted. It's shit. It's garbage.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, at least to My Room Records, he there was an attempt. You know, I mean, I believe in his mind he was aided by God, but too bad God doesn't exist. So you know what, kind of.
No. Mundane Matt, I've got a few rapid-fire questions for you here, right?
Go ahead, ask him.
Yes or no? Would you date an 18-year-old mentally ill femoid?
No.
Would you hang outside of the high school gates with a net and a bottle of Maker's Mark?
Oh God, no.
Would you eat a crisp sandwich?
Well, I don't understand that question.
That is That is a sandwich. Okay, Godwinson is English, so I have to kind of translate this.
I'm a normie, sandwich. So like you're gonna have to speak to me in layman's terms on this one. So.
It's a white bread sandwich with mayo and like potato chips.
Okay, I'm Canadian, and even I don't like mayonnaise, so no, I would not touch that. Ew.
Would you marry Nora, Mundane Matt? Would you marry Nora?
No, I have no need to give somebody a green card.
Would you live in your mother's trailer?
No, I'd get my own place.
Would you steal her medication?
No. No, I would not steal my mother's medication.
What if it was the really good shit, Matt? Would you steal that if it was the really good shit? No. Oh my God.
No, because I don't have a chemical dependency.
What a prude.
What a prude. I won't steal my mom's drugs. Yes, that makes me. I would go. Look, I'm an American. I'm a capitalist. I'd go buy my own. Thank you very much.
What about your right?
Wait a second, Matt. You've just said you're a Canadian. What are you?
I'm first generation Canadian American. My mother was born in Ontario. So if I ever need to actually get the out of the country, I can apply for dual citizenship and leave. It's great.
Marvelous. So just a quick question then. Dab it. Mundane Matt. Dabbing on his enemies.
There you go.
So, Matt, we all recognize that these people often have sniveling wretches who call themselves capos, who call themselves their right-hand men. So what do you think of Gator, the Gator gamer, who constantly besmirches your name, drags you through the mud for an easy win, sees you as the monster of the week, the eternal Canadian American, whatever the you are. What do you think about Gator dragging your name through the mud when he himself is beneath you at this point?
I think he's jealous because he bags the groceries I deliver and I make way more money.
Boom! Boom! Headshot! Fatality! Gator taken out. Oh, KO! Shots fired. Man down. Back to Godwinson.
It's great to have you here, Matt. The boys are back in town. It's been great, good feelings. Everyone's being redeemed as we speak. Mundane Matt, majestic Matt, redeemed for all and sundry to see. Now, I just want to talk to you about your work.
Sure.
Single-handedly, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been keeping up with Mundane Matt, then you will realize that the only reason the Snyder Cut is actually being put out on HBO Max in 2021 is because of this man. It's because of Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt's sole campaign and crusade, ever since Boulder Gate, ever since being exposed as a flagger, has been to bring to the light from the darkness the Snyder Cut. Now, Mundane Matt, tell us about the Snyder Cut. Tell us about your work on the Snyder Cut. Tell us about the crusade you've won. And tell us about how you're a hero and a king. And
Well, I believe that everyone deserves a second chance and everyone deserves a redemption arc. So Zack Snyder, of all people in Hollywood, deserves a redemption arc. The Snyder Cut is a film that we need to see. You don't understand. You don't understand. If we were in a Christian conversation, right? The people who support the Snyder Cut, we proved to atheists.
Before you get ahead of yourself, can you please
damn it.
explain what the Snyder Cut
Oh,
is?
yeah, sorry. So I'll give you guys the TLDR. So back in 2017, Zack Snyder was wrapping up working on Justice League, and his daughter committed suicide, and so he ultimately stepped away from the project. They brought in Joss Whedon to write and direct the reshoots and to finish the film, and then Warner Brothers like really a lot of things up, and the movie was shit. If you've seen Justice League, you know it's shit. Well, Snyder's got about a 4-hour version of the movie that we've known is in existence, never completed. So fans have spent the last couple of years fighting to get it made, and we finally were successful back on May 20th.
Was it good?
So
No, it's not out yet. It comes out next year.
But, Ethan Ralph is stream sniping us right now with his 161
All right,
viewers.
let's go. Let's
to our
go.
1,000
Ethan Ralph,
viewers.
here's an ultimatum to you. Please release the fake marriage certificate that you've got Gator to Photoshop, where you pretended to be married to Nora. Please release the documentation. Please release the documentation from where you were both married, the place you were married, and the 2 witnesses that are by law supposed to sign the marriage. Then I want you to release Ethan Ralph, you pill-popping white trailer trash, you piece of shit. Then I want you to release the actual details of this divorce, because you can't just get divorced in one day without any sort of split between your finances, without any sort of split between your possessions between you and your ex-wife. You're a pill-popping, degenerate, alcoholic, trailer trash redneck. You will end up dead, being smothered by Gator's pillow, doing one last swim. PPP, you've got Ralph's attention. Go ahead.
Well, Ralph, your bum hurt, you're seething, you're upset. You can't even start your stream snipe on time. You have 1/10 the viewership we have right now on DLive, Ethan. People want to see this show. They want to see Matt. You're a coward. You won't debate Mundane Matt on his show or a neutral platform. You have to have your hug box. F you, Ethan. You're a bum. You're a joke. You're a trailer trash, white trash, alcoholic, pill-popping, degenerate race mixer. Woo!
Ralph was giving us shit on Twitter for having a conversation with Mundane Matt or Matt Jarver, whatever he wants to go by. But he was the first person to invoke the name of Matt. He welcomed Matt onto his show. And when Matt said, let's make it a charity stream on my channel on YouTube, he slunk away. If I can't make money off it, it's not worth my time. So we're going to do it on DLive. We're not going to do it at all. So that's why we're even talking to him. If you're listening to Ralph right now, just know that he lies habitually. Whatever the he can lie about, that will lie about it if it earns him a buck. And if you give this money, you are brain damaged beyond repair. You will be the first person in the Fourth Reich to be rounded up and gas because you are like 60 IQ.
Now, Mundane Matt, cut your promo on the man that ate a burger from the trash.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that happened, to be honest. I watched that stream and I'm like, wow, This is the life of a truly depressed individual. Can't even go topless to a pool in Miami. Has to wear a white t-shirt while sitting in the hot tub. I mean, come on, Ethan. If you're not afraid of the gunt, display it. Show it to the world. Allow
Release
people
the
to
gunt
see.
cut.
Release the gunt. Hashtag release the gunt. Actually, I'll tell you what I really want. I'll tell you, this is what I really want, Ralph. And I know you're listening, and I know you're seething, and I know you're coping, and you're trying to deal with everything that's happening as
It's
your whole
not
world
true, Gator.
crashes
It's
around
not
your head.
true.
You realize your relevancy is gone. You're literally dating a child, and you're trying to justify it. I'm only 15 and a half years older. Oh my goodness, it's not that big of a deal. Kind of is. You know, life experiences matter when it comes to having a solid relationship. So then again, wasn't Nora 18 when you met her? And wasn't Soph someone you were viciously masturbating over, trying to get her on your show all the time? So as we can watch just your actual actions, we can see without a shadow of a doubt that you happen to really enjoy younger women. I mean, if Epstein had invited you to Little St. James, would you have gone? The answer to that, my friends, is absolutely. With bells on, 100%, right there next to Donald Trump, MAGA hat on and everything.
Well,
but I'll tell you what I really want.
Network, Matt. You don't
he would have gone to
understand.
network. Yeah, he would have gone. The photos would have been taken. He'd have been like, Epstein's a great guy. Ghislaine Maxwell, oh my goodness, makes the best mojitos.
Matt, sir, my lord, majestic Matt, tell us what you really, really want. What you really want.
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want is Ethan Ralph to release his report history.
There we go, Ralph. Answer the call. Answer the call.
I did it. I did it on your stream. If you are not guilty,
Gator, Mundane Matt's picking on me now, Gator. I can't take it.
Gator, I'm being bullied by Majestic Matt. Gator, I can't handle it.
Lord Matt.
Dabbing on me now, Gator.
Dabbing on me. He keeps dabbing on me, Gator. He keeps dabbing on me.
Daddy, no. Daddy, no. Let's go. Come on, Ethan. He's afraid to actually start stream sniping us. He's had his show going for 10 minutes with a blank screen. You know, what a joker. He's afraid of what we're going to say if he actually does.
The reality is, PPP, that Ethan Ralph does not want his pay pigs and the people that are oblivious to his nature to realize what he is. He doesn't want the truth about himself to be put out there. He doesn't want the fact that he's had a fake wife, Nora. He doesn't want the fact that he's got this underage girlfriend to be out there, public knowledge. He doesn't want the fact that he ate a burger from the trash to be public knowledge. He doesn't want the fact to be he's doing pill streams with his own mother's medication. He doesn't want the fact that he's eating crisp sandwiches off paper plates to be public knowledge, because Ethan Ralph in his own mind is a king.
No, and here's the thing. His whole chat right now is PPP1. So
PPP did win. Look, this is what winning looks like.
You know, his whole chat, and they're banning them. As soon as they say it, they're getting instantly banned.
Gator, ban the PPP mafia, Gator. They're coming for me.
Can you even visualize in your head what one of his moderators looks like in person? What he looks like sitting in his room right now?
Yeah, we know what they look like, Josh.
I've seen
they look
Shannon
like
in
Gator.
person.
They look like Gator with a luchador mask on, 400 pounds.
My favorite thing about Gator was Pinecone Girl coming out and saying that she denied him. That was my favorite thing.
Now, Mundane Matt, right? Because it's been widely said, Matt, that you're a cuck, that you're raising other people's children. What do you think about Gator being denied just the slightest form of Andy Warski's seconds there? Andy Warski's sloppy seconds. Even Gator was denied that. Now, what do you think, as a cuck yourself, what do you think of Gator's relationships?
Well, I'm not a cuck. That's the difference there. Is I'm not a cuck. But I would say that in this regard, Shannon would be better off most likely going on Fat Tinder and trying to find something on there. Maybe even Grindr's got some effeminate looking dudes. Maybe that one of them will love him, because clearly no one else does.
To be topped by a strong, masculine Canadian bull named P. That's what Gator's looking for. I've seen him. He cruises on Grindr. He's trying to pick me up. Gator, I won't talk to you, buddy. There's nothing we can do. I just won't do it, Gator. I don't know. That's what he's looking for, guys. Sad. It's sad. Josh, give us your hot take on why Ethan Ralph is doing this attack against Kiwi Farms. Give us your hot take.
Oh, okay. We talked about this right before we went live, but okay, I'm calling it now. Everyone, all 1,000 people watching this, which is amazing. We're 3 times the number of Ralph's pre-stream right now. I'm locking it in. Ralph is trying to segue from a right-leaning audience to a centrist audience that he can monetize more effectively. And I don't think it's going to work. I think he wants to eradicate negative information about him on the internet, and then he wants to become someone who is a neutral platform, maybe kind of edgy, just like Dick Masterson. Someone who's really down the middle, maybe libertarian leaning, who listens to both sides, plays it kind of edgy, but doesn't have a far right taint to him, because that shit cannot be monetized. And all he wants is to make more money, and he's hoping to string along the couple idiots who still pay him for the ride.
No, it's sad.
I actually want to touch upon that for a second, because there's if you're up to date on your Ethan Oliver Ralph lore, and you go back a ways.
Matt, just drop the full docs. Drop the date of birth.
I don't know his data. I don't know. You can find that on his arrest record. When he attempted to punch a cop and got busted for it. This is my favorite thing about Ethan. Everything he attempts, he fails at ultimately. And so he couldn't even punch a cop. He still got 6 months in jail and a couple years probation for taking the swing. Right? I mean, couldn't keep his marriage working. Probably fires blanks.
On a woman, he couldn't even knock out a woman. He missed his punch, and the woman arrested him single-handedly.
But he still was able to somehow abuse Andy Worski, which really goes to tell you something about Andy. But that's a whole other story. So here's the thing with Ethan. You have to go back deep into the lore, and you have to really look at the psychological profile
I'm there. I'm there
Ethan
right
Oliver
now.
Ralph. Okay.
I'm in the lore.
You're
I'm
in the
looking at
lore,
Ethan
Godwinson.
Ralph's
You are
life
here.
on the lore.
Let us expose this to the light. Because my favorite thing about Ethan ultimately boils down to a 2-word sentence, and that is daddy issues. He's got them. This is fair. This is true. This is known. Go back to his ED page, and you should be able to find leaked Slack logs from back during Gamergate when he was running ops for Milo Yiannopoulos. In fact, he was Milo's attack dog. And as a result of that,
Matt, I hate to interrupt you, Sir Matt, but he used to call him Master Milo.
Yes, he did.
Master Milo.
He did.
Master Milo.
Very true. He did. And so at the time in the Slack log, he even says, I would take a bullet for Milo. I love that guy. Then later on, after Milo had his blow up and he walked away from Ralph, then he moved over to Jim. After this is, of course, as the kill stream was rising in internet blood sports and all that stuff. And he even said in a stream once that he looked at Jim like a father. And that's why he always wants Jim around. Jim, Daddy Jim, come and talk to me, Daddy Jim. And of course now,
Daddy Jim, I can't get an audience on my own now.
I need your help. I need you to come in. Save me from myself and my maker's mark and my alcoholism and my tiny penis. And so then, but hold on, it gets better. It gets better. So when Jim disavowed Ralph, which he has, I think, done now pretty well. So then he moved over to Dick Masterson. Once again, that whole thing came together because Dick Masterson hates me. And that's how the two and that's how the two of them got together. So as always, I am somehow involved in Ethan Ralph's life, whether he wants to admit it or not.
Mundane Matt is the key to all this.
I really am.
Mundane Matt is at the center
I am
of the
his
web.
Lord and Savior. I provide him sustenance, and then hopefully one day be able to take it away. So there's that. And so, but
giveth and Lord Jabbo taketh away.
So you've got that, and then he migrates over to Dick, and Dick, as Josh was saying, is he's a popular guy. He's a successful guy. He has a house that's in LA on the side of a hill. It's not in the Hollywood Hills.
He
has
a house that is on a foundation attached to the earth, as opposed to being suspended above.
Why are we even misusing the term house? Like it's not a house; it's a crack shack.
It's a shack. But have you seen Ethan's house? It literally looks like it's one bad day away from
Why
like
are we
being a
calling
meth
trailers and caravans and crack shacks houses?
Wait. Breaking update. I have been informed by my chat that the word BTFO has been filtered in Ralph's chat on D-Live.
It's a Joshua Moon live alert on the state of Ethan Ralph's live chat.
It's just filled with PPP1 and pictures of my face. They're either banning everybody who says a word about me. Oh no, we have over 1,000 more viewers than him. I thought Mundane Matt wasn't a draw. Oh no.
I just want to ask Matt, masterful, majestic Lord Matt, about where he thinks Ethan Ralph is going to spend his final days. I just want Mundane Matt to get in the zone where we are in the last week of Ethan Ralph's life. I just want you to talk about what you envision, how it's going to play out, whether or not you'll be involved with a gun turning up at the door. I just want the full scene from Mundane Matt.
I'll tell you this. I have absolutely zero desire to hurt Ralph in any particular way. I just like making him really mad because it does all the work for me. He can't handle criticism. He can't handle anything that's negative. So he just completely finds a way to cope with it. And that's generally pills and booze.
Are you telling us right now that when Ethan Ralph is in the alcoholic coma that he's eventually going to end up in, and Gator's by his bedside, you're not going to pay a visit to the hospital and give him a kick in the nuts?
Guys, I wish you could see right now Ralph's face. He's so clearly drunk, and he's just like nearly on the verge of tears. There are literally
They're
tears
so
in his
mad.
eyes.
They're
From
so
Jar-
mad. I can't even see. I'm that pissed drunk.
Is he going to start talking about Nora in front of his girlfriend again? Is he going to start recounting how much love he has for his ex-wife in front of his new girlfriend and just expect her to sit there and take it? That to me was hysterical and so.
No, I had a lot of stick for this. We've been calling female Randy Stair Ralph's girlfriend, but can she actually consent if she's underage? If she's still in high school? She's just fresh out of high school.
Well, she's over
this
the age
just
of
a
18,
predator-slave relationship?
Ralph gave up on his show.
Yeah, he canceled it. He canceled the stream.
He canceled?
Oh my god.
It's over. It's done. It's done.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all sizes, Majestic Matt won.
I can't
believe
Majestic
that.
Matt won.
We serve you, sir.
Majestic Matt
we
redeemed.
serve you, Matt.
Redeemed.
We bow down.
I haveth returned. I haveth come for scalps and taken them, unlike Tonka, who couldn't get up from a wheelchair.
I think I hear a vacuum cleaner in the background. It feels like something's been aborted. I don't know what it is that's been being aborted.
Are you hearing that, or the heating of a or the heating of a wire hanger?
Well, I tell you what, I can hear. I can hear the rattle of a small bottle of medication.
You just hear the sad little rattle of his meds, as he has to pop them. Go drink yourself to sleep, Ethan, because we made fun of
just in the Discord right now. Stay strong, my mensch, Ethan Ralph. I don't think I can make it tonight, Gator. I don't think I can do it.
Gator, they're making fun of me. I'm being cyberbullied on the website, Karen Farms. Gator, no! Gator!
Female Randy Stair, make me a chicken sandwich straight out of the can, and don't forget to put it on a paper plate now.
All right.
Have we got anything else to talk about now?
Hold on, before Ralph tried his stream snipe, we were interviewing Jarbo about the Snyder Cut, and I want to hear about the Snyder Cut. Matt, tell us about the campaign.
Let me just set the scene where we were. So previously, Mundane Matt, the next generation. Mundane Matt was beaten, bloodied, and bruised. He'd been exposed as a flagger and a cuck and all of this shit. And then he was sat there alone in darkness, looking at the Joss Whedon cut of the Justice League, and he thought, I will not allow this to be the sole release of this movie. So Mundane Matt set upon a one-man crusade to deliver the Snyder Cut to your screens on HBO Max in 2021. Now, Mundane Matt, this time on Dragon Ball Z.
What? I don't
Mundane Matt.
Wait, okay,
Mundane
before we get
Matt.
into the Snyder Cut again,
I'm trying to follow this. Like, what the fuck is going on?
He kept 450 of his most die-hard fans, the people who see that D-Live notifications for a stream going live. He kept those people, the people who will see that shit and click it immediately, waiting for 20 minutes as he waited for an opportunity to start stream sniping us, and then just gave up and left all those people. They were in that chat spamming stickers, farming lemons for this, and he empties out that D-Live chest and he's just like, I'm just drinking tonight.
The reality
I'm writing this one off.
Like, he's not even awake at this point. He's passed out in the puddle of his own vomit. He can't see anymore. He can't function.
There were literally tears in his eyes, guys. There were actually tears in his eyes because he knew. He's like, if I turn this on for the pay piggies and the people who watch me, I'm going to be executed live on air. These 4 guys are just going to blow me out so badly that I'll never recover. So he just decided to take the L and give up and accept that this show is drawing more than his livelihood will at 9 o'clock. We have 1,400 live viewers. That's more than's been on the kill stream in 2 weeks.
1,400 kings! 1,400 neat samurai here today to bathe in the glow of Mundane Matt's light. Now, Mundane Matt, you were there in the cinema. You wanted to see the release of the Snyder Cut. How did you make that magic happen?
A lot of hard work, dedication, and cocaine. Hollywood loves cocaine, Godwinson. Hollywood adores cocaine. So you get a good pipeline from Columbia right to Warner Brothers, and eventually it all kind of works itself out. And the hookers. And the hookers, too.
I mean, Ralph wants to pivot to the centrist kind of point. So when you had your shit, you opened up other channels and you focused on like the current Hollywood shit going on, and that's what you found success in, right?
Yeah. I've grown quite a bit on that channel, and I've been able to work my ass on that pretty well, and I really love doing it. The thing is, I'll tell you this, I'll be honest, like I really didn't like the social commentary game towards the end. I was bored with it. I was done with it. It's all the same nonsense over and over and over again, trying to get people mad so I get money, and that there's no fun in that. Really.
Matt, is Saint Anita Sarkeesian redeemed? Have you got enough forgiveness in your heart to forgive Queen Anita?
I don't forgive Anita for a lot, but I now understand a lot more than I did. And as a result of that, I'm not going to talk about her anymore, because I think after all these years, there's been enough damage.
Man. What a majestic man, a gracious man, almost as generous Josh of Caring Farms. We love you, majestic Matt. We love you.
Thank you.
We love generous.
I like you too. Like you too. I've seen a lot of your stuff.
Sir.
You're a very talented, funny individual who made me a janitor to clean up your mess, like the High Lord that I am, to grant you everything you require. And all I ask is just undying loyalty and that goddamn wrench. And thank you.
Well, Mundane Matt has been pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Mundane Matt.
I'm the third man.
Playing
I'm the
all
fourth
of the
man.
5D chess, pushing all of the players and the pawns. He's orchestrated this entire thing. He's orchestrated it as far back as New Project 2. He's orchestrated it as far back from Knoxville. He's been pulling the strings this whole time, and it's been building up for this moment where he's at the top of the hill and he's rolling down the rock and crushing Ethan Ralph, all 5'1" of him, into the ground.
Gentlemen, Ralph has just tweeted out, "Winky face, see you guys tonight." Is he talking about the lads at the gay bar, or what is he talking about?
That is so weird. I don't understand. Like, I'll see you guys tonight.
It seemed like he had his stream up and running just a couple of minutes ago. This is really baffling to me. I can't figure this one out.
I'm looking at some photos from it right now.
I've got a request for you, Josh.
Sure.
There was a rap that was released as a product of Ethan Ralph's roundtable meeting in his mother's trailer, where he decided to kill you. Right. So what was produced from that meeting was a rap between Digibro and Riley. Do you have that at hand, and can you play that for the audience? Because it's not widely available. I want us all to bop along and give commentary to the rap.
I will play this for everyone.
For a bit of time. I'll stall for a little bit of time by reading some of Ralph's Twitter here. Here he goes. He says, Josh Moon is seething so hard. He taken to teaming up with Mundane Matt on streams. It keeps getting better and better. How long until they bring in Tonka? Well, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow. Yeah. Mundane Matt is a king.
We'll have to console ourselves tonight on the kill stream with the hottest comedian on Twitter right now. Gentlemen, do you know who the hottest comedian on Twitter is?
Is
Jerry
it
Seinfeld.
Dick? Is Dick coming on to help Ralph out again?
Is it Jerry Seinfeld?
It's Ryan Long. Ryan Long.
Who?
I've never heard of him.
You couldn't even get Dick to help?
Kraut has just joined us. The boys are back in town. Kraut, have you heard of Ryan Long?
No. Who's Ryan Long?
He's the hottest comedian on the internet right now in the entire world.
Oh, really? Let me look him up.
I'm sure.
Real quick, PPP. Apparently, Ralph had said here that you are view botting.
Oh,
that, he says PPP is view botting.
Just like me. He's botting his streams just like me, Gator.
Yeah. Oh no, but listen. He goes on. He says, "I came on, played a few songs, made $15 to $20. I'll be back tonight with the actual show." LOL.
Yeah, it's in his chat.
Sure you will.
Okay, before that message, it says, Kraut 1 has been muted by moderators. Ralph Retard has been muted by moderators. Wallalu has been muted by moderators. Ron Paul Pat has been muted by moderators, and Burb has muted. So he cleaned out all the people talking about PPP, and then says PPP is view-botting them out. I don't care. I came on and played songs. Made $15.
What a disaster!
We made $15 though. Come on, the generous core audience
Taco Bell.
gave him $15 in lemons, so it was worth it. It was worth this humiliating display of starting up a stream, playing the kill stream outro sunset song for a couple of minutes, and then canning it. It was all worth it because he got paid enough money to buy like 2 bottles tops of Maker's Mark.
No, you can't buy 2 bottles for $15. No, he can't even buy 1 bottle. He can't even buy
PPP. PPP, you can buy a bus ticket and shoplift 4 bottles of Maker's Mark.
You know what he could do is he could go mow his neighbor's lawns and make some money. I saw his yard. It's not that big. I live on an acre, 1.3 acres of forest land. My shit's wrecked from the forest. His land is like flat, easy to mow, 20 minutes, you're done. I was surprised. As a proper homeowner and not one living in my mom's house, I find it to be really funny that he can't do the basic maintenance himself. That to me is kind of funny. That's not manly. Like, he doesn't raise.
He can't even clean his own dishes, Matt. He has to buy paper plates because he doesn't own a set of ceramic plates, Matt.
It's so easy to wash and dry a
No,
plate.
maybe it's a health hazard. Maybe it's actually a health hazard because if you throw glass bottles into, like, if you know that I worked for a garden company, and if you go over a glass bottle with a lawnmower or with a weed whacker, it hacks up the bottle and shoots the glass splinters everywhere. So it's actually a health hazard if you just throw your bottles into the lawn.
So
he probably has a lawn full of glass bottles
that
he can't.
Tried this.
So, Josh, have you procured the wrap?
I do. Okay, I sent you guys a link in the Hangouts chat, and I can't play this to you and to the stream at the same time. So you're just gonna have to open it and synchronize with me.
All right, somebody open it. Who's gonna be the king who opens it?
Oh, I've got it on my I've got it on OBS. I'm gonna throw it up there, and I'm gonna tell you guys when to start it. So just get it open. It's in the chat, and let me know when you guys are ready.
All right, I have mine up. Yeah.
So this was a wrap that was compiled and orchestrated at a sit-down mafioso meeting with Ethan Ralph and a league of degenerate and Digibro and the producer, owner, operator of Dick Masterson show.
Yeah.
So this was the master production that they
To clarify
crafted
this, let me give you
to
some
bring down
background. There is a picture of Digibro, his girlfriend, Riley, who's the guy with the Confederate flag hat in this video, his girlfriend, and Ethan and Ralph sitting together in their house, in his house or trailer, whatever. And they are all together. And then soon after, Riley, who is the only employee of the Dick Show besides Sean, the audio engineer, he sends me a message on Discord, and he says, "You're like the guy at the party who has to be told when to leave the party, and I'm telling you to leave the party." And so I just left Dick's Discord after that, because I was like, okay, I'm not going to stick around where I'm not welcome. And then after that, Riley, who is on the left again, and Digibro, who is now a tranny, show up, and they produce this just amazing song. So I'm going to play it on 3, and we'll play until, I guess, one of you cries uncle and says to shut it off. So 3, 2, 1, go.
If your life is all about money, status, and young pussy, you're an empty, pathetic person.
Karen Farms, KK Karen Farms,
How long does it run for?
all these red alarms, they're
4 minutes.
there now, reputation's harm, agree with my own soul, I win, come on, you can't talk
It's in the
shit
chat,
about
Kraut.
me, I'm a disaster, libertine,
Yeah, the chat is
sociopath,
not,
bad faith actor, yeah, I smoke meth, weed, wax, crack, and I smack her,
So
I
Google
got my
Hangout.
self-esteem being my own detractor, making money in a
Exactly, it's not up to date because I just joined.
Send it again for you.
You got a broke dick and ain't got a broke brain. Coming from a broke dick, dummy, no pain. Used to be the killing block, now the alien stop. No one gives
So how do you
a
rate the
shit
rap
about
so
whether
far,
it's
Matt?
real or not. Mad at the internet, sock puppets, doxing, more like bad at the
Oh, the
internet,
gif of me dancing.
burning down the bar
How does it feel, Matt, to be their eternal enemy, to be the low-hanging fruit they keep wheeling out for super chats and shekels?
Riley, when he was confronted about this, said that he was intentionally trying to make the cringiest video possible. Do you guys believe that?
I was just pretending to be retarded, you know?
You know, it's got to be one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever heard in my life. It's just embarrassing for all people involved. It's an abominable abortion of a rap song. Shit.
I feel dumber for having heard this. I had to turn the volume off. I just can't do it. And I can live through some serious shit. I've seen Juwanna Man. You know what I mean? But like,
okay,
no.
Matt's out when PPP or Godwinson.
But do you not think that that's the anthem that will be playing at Josh's funeral?
Yeah, I still have the
Do you
video
not
up.
think that's going to bring down Josh single-handedly?
Do I think this song is going to bring down Josh single-handedly?
Do you, Matt?
Yeah.
I think if the federal government hasn't done that already, I think he's okay.
Oh.
Well, that's right. Generous Josh is a king and a warlord who's able to destroy the federal government at a moment's notice with his army of Jesus. He's like John McAfee, but even more baked. A multi-fucking billionaire.
Well, we're coming up to the top of the 45 minutes, lads. What have you got to say, Josh?
Oh God, all these people had to do was shut the up and it would be okay. Ralph would be collecting his lemons in peace and solitude, interviewing the most mundane people possible, and nobody would be giving him any shit. But he has some sort of weird chip on his shoulder. So all these people do. All these people do. To the point where, you know, they're gonna give me grief for talking to Matt. This is sitting here smoking a doobie with a tranny. And I'm supposed to take offense. No, I will laugh at you. I'm sorry.
Kraut, hot take.
Kraut?
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll do the live and the exit out.
I don't even know what the f you're talking about. I joined this hangout not knowing that we were live. So I don't know. I just joined.
Just give us the hot take on Mundane Matt, on Ethan Ralph. Sorry. Just give us the hot take on Ethan Ralph.
Mundane Matt, I can give you that. He will score.
Mundane Matt is a
mess.
mess.
Going to have his revenge.
Yes. All it took was
What do you
2
think
years
of
of
Ethan Ralph's
resignation
antics
to me.
tonight?
Oh, Ralph will never have a family with a house surrounded by a wall of boulders, 2 kids, and a wife that loves him. He will never have that. Adding to that, a wife in his age group. That is something out of the reach for him.
So, Matt, lay the smackdown, the last smackdown on Ralph tonight.
I fully predict that by the year 2021, Ethan Ralph will probably convert to Islam in order to then move to a jihadi country and marry a 13-year-old, because then he'll finally feel emotionally competent to be in a relationship.
But bro, it's legal. It's legal then. That's all that matters. She says he'd smash any pussy as long as it was
As long as it's legal? Well,
Yeah,
then why
basically.
doesn't he move to some place with like a really low age of consent, you know? Like he likes to troll for high schoolers, you know? He openly brags about like, I met Nora when she was 18. Like, okay, you were still 30. That's a little bit creepy. All right. Oh, now you're 34 and you're doing it again. I mean, like there's clearly an emotional issue there. There's clearly something he needs psychological help on. Never mind the alcoholism and the pill popping and the nihilism. You know,
aside from that, there's other shit.
Aside from all those issues. But I'll tell you this. If Ethan wants to reform his image, if Ethan wants to come out and move away from this hardcore right-leaning pro-fascist neo-Nazi audience that he's coalesced over the last couple of years, it's not going to happen. He has to legally change his name in order for that to happen. Like, he's got to start working under a pen name, writing gay fan fiction about Steven Universe in order to finally get people to not look him up and go, oh, you're that guy. You're the guy who got booted off of YouTube for fucking Holocaust denial on a charity stream. You're the guy that actually had full run of Stream Me and took it down. You're the guy that's been pushed off of every network to mati.live, which has been recently purchased by BitTorrent, which is why he started to calm down, is because they're not going to put up with this shit. The Lino is basically worthless at this point, and that's already been talked about by the people at BitTorrent. and D-Live themselves. So we can see that there's Ralph's world from 2 years ago where he was at the height of his game, pulling in the 6,000-7,000 people a night, ragging on me constantly, paying a dude $100 for a privately recorded conversation out of my Discord so he could run it as exclusive content. Never mind the fact that he's threatening to flag, and I'm sure he did flag PPP and everyone else for hosting that audio yesterday, because this is the kind of person that he is, a sycophantic, narcissistic piece of shit with a tiny dick and a overflap gunt. This is who Ethan Oliver Ralph is. That's who he'll always be. He's got daddy issues out the ass, which is why he's trying to suck up to Dick Masterson so much. Look at everything Ralph is doing, and then look at what Dick has already done 3 months ago. If we were going to apply this to cultural norms in countries, Dick is United States, and Ralph is basically Eastern Europe, which picks up on it 20 years later. Like, that is what he's doing. He's trying to copy Dick so that he can one day be like Dick. But the fact of the matter is, Dick is an idiot. I've met him. And you know what Dick said to me? And this is true. He came up to me and he actually complained, and he says, you know what sucks? When people say untrue things about you on the internet. He said it with zero self-awareness. And I looked at him right in those little beady eyes and that gigantic drive-in size forehead. And I cocked my head to the side and went, yeah, I know. Because this is the kind of person that Ralph has to suck up to. The kind of person that comes across as being way more successful, way more interesting, because for Dick, it's all even a show. It's all a show even for Dick. Like, I found out like Dick actually showed off his penis at the Upright Citizens Brigade in LA and was like laughed off stage. And they've talked about it on Twitter. Like, so Dick has whipped his little pee-pee out. Right now, you know why he's got such a large ego, because it's making up for something that clearly isn't there biologically. So
what a disaster.
This is
PPP.
the world.
Take us out, PPP.
There is no real.
Before PPP, I'm sorry, but before PPP gets in, let me just say that if Ralph does try to pivot away from his audience,
they'll eat him alive. They'll eat him alive.
Yeah, if he thinks we're bad, making fun of this is a circus. This is a kid's birthday party, making fun of his chicken salad sandwich. Wait until you've got those 250 people who have given him thousands of dollars over the years. Suddenly realizing that he's willing to take the pause load the second it becomes profitable to him. And you'll see some really up shit that would make, someone like Corey Zoom look like, like just a harmless prankster. Just saying.
So winter is coming, Ralph. It's just the tip of the iceberg. It's all up. The house of cards is falling down. PPP, take us out.
Okay, it's going to be tough to top Majestic Matt's monologue of glory and greatness and redemption and destruction of just dissecting systematically what Ethan Ralph is and destroying it. Just tossing a big-time boulder. This is like the League of Super Evil for Ralph, like the Batman villains sitting around the poker table, stories of how we almost got him. And Jarbo's story was that he threw a boulder. But this time he actually hit him with the boulder, crushed his head like a watermelon, destroyed him. Look, I just want to make one thing clear. Not only do we have 1,500 live viewers, which is more than Ralph's going to have on his show tonight, we have more than doubled him in lemons. His $15, his 814 lemons, we did 1,550. So as much as he wants to talk about his lemons, how he won because he made money, I made more lemons than him. I had more viewers than him. We had a better show than he's going to have tonight in a third the time. And everybody on the panel did a phenomenal job. I appreciate everybody. An excellent show. Ethan Ralph, thank him for flagging my channel. He's the whore of Babylon, the Antichrist, a piece of shit. And the four horsemen have put him in a shallow grave and are burying him dead. And hopefully, out of shame, he never does a show again. But unfortunately, folks, we can't be that lucky. We'll probably see him passed out in a puddle of puke by 10 p.m. tonight. That's all I've got to say. Peace, bitches. Juice! Juice!
Why don't you tell them how you got teriyaki sauce all over the romaine heart?